What's good? What's good? What's good? We back again. We a little early. We gonna build on this boxing how we always do and give it its just due. Y'all already know. Smash the like button for your boy rolling in. Come rock out with me. We gonna talk about it, man. We gotta talk about this interesting development with Hitchins, man, vacating this title. Something that I think we all seen coming. We all seen this coming. You know what I'm saying? Him vacating his title possibly in when he made his move to Zufa. We already knew what it was, but with some news coming out, and again, I don't know how valid it is, but as the days pass, it seemed like Devin Haney is his options is, I don't want to say they're running out, but it just don't seem like it's a lot of places that he gonna end up, fighting. Now a lot of different platforms like PBC is a no-go. And I think he burnt bridges with certain guys, and his people say he could possibly be on Zufa. Hey, look, if he could possibly be on Zufa, why not fight Richardson Hitchens, man? Richardson Hitchens moved up. He ain't had no choice after he went to Zufa. They don't have a 40-pound division, so we see what that was. Either he vacated or they was gonna strip him. It was no way they was gonna allow him to keep his title. You know what I'm saying? There was no way they was gonna allow him to keep his title. So you're gonna have to figure some stuff out, man. I like Hitchens, man. I really think he could prove some people wrong, but he gotta believe that too. You get what I'm saying? He's been making some moves that not a lot of people could really justify or really explain. Right? He's been doing some things that make you kind of scratch your head and say, man, what is he trying to do? Where is he trying to go? What's his plans? Because again, I get it. Leaving Eddie Hearn, which I think he was premature. That's just my opinion. I thought he was rolling over there. I thought things was on the up and up. Maybe he was just looking for something different, but maybe Zufa is going to provide that for him. But again, with the lack of 47-pounders, how many people can he really fight over there? Keith Connolly is on record saying that he's on record saying my bad. Yeah, he on record saying that he gonna fight for a title within, the next 12 months. And look, it's not impossible, but the question, it always remains, as always, who is it that you're gonna fight? And for what title? Is Zufa in line with the sanctioning bodies? So far, we haven't seen any of that. With the only thing we have seen is them made Jai Pattaya pretty much relinquish his title that he got his jaw wired for, right? So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't know what the move is. Maybe I don't see the bigger picture, or maybe they got it worked out and I'm just paranoid for nothing. But I don't know, man. All this fighting for the title stuff over there. What you gonna fight for a Zufa title at 147? Like that's not the same as fighting for these world titles, and that's where this could potentially go wrong. You get what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, man, tell me if I'm tripping, man. I really do think that there's a real possibility that he could end up on Zufa too. And why not fight each other? I mean, they got history. You know what I'm saying? They got history. It's been a lot of back and forth between the two. If you Hitchens, man, you either, man, Haney or Oscar, you need to fight Oscar Dwarte because he disrespecting you at every turn. You know what I mean? Every interview, every chance he get, he talking crazy. Shout out to my dog Marcus. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Jordan, what's good, bro? Y'all hit the like button. I don't know what side y'all on. We gonna talk about it. We're a little early, but it's all good, But yeah, man, the options is drying up. You get what I'm saying? PBC ain't about to bust a you. Rolly in interviews talking about he'd never do negotiations with Devin and Bill again. They deceitful liars, like right? Like he said, John won't put up y'all own money, so he moving on. Get me, Ryan talking about fighting. Conor Benn. You get me? And and this talks about you being on Zufa. If you end up on Zufa with Hitchins there, y'all might as well run it. Y'all might as well fight. Yeah, that's another one. That's another one. Hitchins about to get lined up with Edwin in a minute. Kayla Scott, what's going on? How you feeling? Yeah, man. Edwin, it'd be nice to see, like you said, Jordan, what Edwin been working on. But where is this going to lead? Like, am I out of bounds? Y'all got to talk to me. Am I tripping to think that there's a possibility that they could fight each other? Look, that's the avenue. Remember, man, Hitchins was talking greasy about Debo. I remember. Hold on, let me pull a joint out.
These guys is goofy. Devin ain't shit. I've been saying it for years.
Hold on, ain't shit like a fighter? You don't think so?
Shit.
Come on, don't do that.
I promise you, bro. When we fight, I'm gonna show you he's not shit. I really believe that. Who he beat?
He was undisputed. He beat Lomachenko.
All right. Who Lomachenko beat?
Oh, don't do that. Come on, don't do that.
Who Lomachenko beat?
Nicholas Walters. Axeman was the man at that time. Nicholas Walters, Gary. What's his name? Gary Russell.
Gary. That's it. They call him Lomachenko legend. Who he beat?
Nakatani at the time. That was what's his name? He beat Pedraza when Pedraza was tough too. He beat what's the other dude? Linares when Linares was tough.
Tank is a legend right now.
Not yet.
So if Lomachenko beat, you bringing up Pedraza?
I think that might have been Tank's best win.
If Lomachenko beat Pedraza after Tank knocked him out and punished him, I is Lomachenko a legend. With all respect to his career and what he done, but these guys,
come on, beating Gary at that time though. Gary Russell at the time was the beast of the division.
No, Gary was.
Hey, look, bro.
What about Linares?
I ain't no matchmaker fan, but I'm just saying, I'm looking at the landscape and it's looking iffy, bro. I'm telling you, it's looking real shaky out there in the light, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a lot of places people could go. Look, they got this history. He been talking crazy. Look, they've been calling Hitchins the Dollar General version of Devin Haney, all this, you know, the watered down, like, you know what I mean? They real disrespectful. I want people to see that Hitchins really one of them guys, man. He could box his ass off. They tripping. If they make this fight, man, I laugh. I'm telling you. Hitchins versus Haney next. Zufa boxing. Oh, man. But the problem is Haney do got a title. And, again, what problems are they going to run into with dealing with the sanctioning bodies? You know what I'm saying? And I'll see what's good, bro. You're not gonna be able to fight Devin because of Zufa. It depends though, right? I don't know if there's something could be worked out where they would allow it, but I've heard at least 2 big Devin Haney supporters type channels say something about him possibly ending up on Zufa. And the more that I look at the landscape, the more I think it's possible. Like, just look at what's going on, right? You're not fighting Ryan right now. That's no Golden Boy, no DAZN. Eddie Hearn, no Matchroom. He not doing nothing with you right now. He not putting on no fights. He not serving none of his guys up to you. That's not probably gonna happen, right? So you can count that out. Rolling and PBC ain't about to bust at you. You get me? The only new show in town is Zufa. When I say it, I'm not even saying it to be funny. That's the only new show in town. Zufa boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's the only show in town. So I just don't know where he ends up at. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but something gonna have to give, and I don't know if anybody is willing to give him that money. I mean, Zufa might be willing to do it, but then again, look how they did Conor Benn. They got him in 5. What they say? 5 fights. I don't care what nobody say. Yo, this 5 fights for Conor Benn, 2.5 years. I want to see this shit. I want to see exactly who he gonna fight in 2.5 years. 5 fights. That sound like a lot to me. I could be tripping, but I'm telling you, that just sound like a lot. Maybe it's 4 more to go. I don't know. Maybe he got time, but this is the opponents is what is gonna get tricky. Like, who he gonna fight? So that's the same thing. It's funny. We know that Conor Benn signed for 5 fights, 2.5 years. We know Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens both signed to Zufa, but it wasn't no details on what their deal was about, like how long, for how many fights. I'm not in their business. I don't need to know their money, but it's just the only reason I asked the question, because you got to think realistically, who can you fight if they don't have the fighters on the roster and they not willing to play ball with everybody else. Shout out to my boxing mom, Barbara D. How you feeling today, Queen? Good to see you. Yeah, he has little or no options, and I don't want to be the one saying that, but that's what it's looking like. They think Ben really want Ryan. He just clout chasing. He gonna get sparked. Ryan gonna mess around, knock him out. That's me. Says Zufa gonna be like taking a non-title fight. People still gonna keep their titles in regular landscape. Zufa like a side quest. That's me. Called Zufa a side quest. Shit, if it would have been a hell of a side quest if Conor Benn could have got up out of there with 15 M's with one fight, but we found out that it's 5 fights. This shit crazy, bro. Zufa said, welcome to death row. You know what I'm saying? Conor Benn. When the last time he had 5 fights in 2.5 years? Like, seriously, I'm being serious. I'm being serious, y'all. When the last time you seen Conor Benn fight 5 times in 2.5 years? That's all I'm saying. Tell me when he did it. And then when you look at the landscape, they don't have the names and stuff over there. So it's like you're gonna be sitting there trying to figure it out. It's gonna get crazy. I'm telling you, Conor Benn, I don't know who he fighting next. That shit gonna get crazy. I'm telling you, if you Devin Haney, you might as well say F it, bro. Zufa got that bag for you. They might have that bag. You know what I'm saying? Dana White said he trying to make big fights. You know what I'm saying? So you get me? Got to. That's what I like to hear, man. I'm good, man. Fam is good. I'm glad to see you in the building. Tunnel Vision was good with it, homie. So I think Devin about to go to Zoo for long-term deal. Now I'm telling, listen, welcome to death row. They not about to play. Yo, you get me? That's me. Probably his first 5. Yo, I'm telling you, Zufa might be the move. Am I reaching? I'm not. I'm really not. I really think this should be the fight. I'm telling you, they've been going back and forth for a while. They got some little animosity, but I think it's competitive. I don't think it's really personal. Maybe it is, but nah, I think they can fight. I think this would be a good fight, bro. It's a good fight for Devin. Fight Richardson Hitchens, bro. You don't got too many better options, y'all. And I'm being all serious. I think it'll be a good matchup. It'll answer some questions for us all. You know what I'm saying?
Linares, though. You don't give credit for that? Linares was the man at the time.
Punched out by everybody he fight.
No, now, but I was saying at the time.
He get punched out by everybody he fight.
Hold on, so you saying you don't think Devin's that good like that?
I don't think he that good. I really don't. I think he's solid. Like, he cool. Yeah. But as far as my level,
you gotta fight him. He told Najee, I think he cool. He cool. Nah, Dad, not Debo. Not Debo. And Debo answering the call. I'm telling you, ain't nobody else talking like this, right?
These guys is goofy. Devin ain't shit. I've been saying it for years.
Hold on, ain't shit like a fighter? You don't
These guys is goofy. Devin ain't shit. I've been saying it for years.
Hold on, ain't shit like a fighter? You don't think so? Shit. Come on, don't do that.
I promise you, bro. When we fight, I'm
Nah, man, ain't no Where the Hanos clan at? Unite, man. Y'all need to unite like Voltron on this one. Ain't no way y'all going out like Willie Lump, man. Know what I'm saying? Ain't no way, bro. OP, what's good with it, famo? How you feeling, Brody? What's good with it, man? Talib, what's good, homie? How you feeling, man? Thanks to these. Yeah, it's a good one. You get what I'm saying? You get me, Barbara D? I like this matchup. And look, I'm just looking at it realistically. Richardson Hitchens already had to vacate the title. He had to move up to 47, naturally signing up to Zufa. You got Devin Haney. The big fight for him would have been Ryan Garcia, the biggest fight he could have made, right? That looked like that's not on the table, right? Let's just say Ryan is not involved, and that's the reason it's not happening. So you could take that off the table. So no Golden Boy. And more than likely, no Matchroom in the zone, because Eddie Hearn ain't about to offer up one of his guys so you could beat the hell out of him, right? On a fight that may or may not make a real profit. So you kind of, and unless I'm saying it wrong, man, people feel free to just click a link and come up here. But I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? The Rolly situation fell out. They already tried to publicly out the PBC, saying like they doing bad business. So I don't see them coming back around to double. Why? You get me? So now you're looking at 2 unifications both off the table, and not a lot of options left in terms of what fight makes sense and what's going to entertain the people and get you paid. And I think out could be Richardson Hitchens on Zufa now. I think the hang up could be what's going to happen if, is your title on the line? No, maybe not. If that's the case, then maybe it get a little dicey there. But I do think this is a reasonable matchup. Why not? Seriously, like I'm being serious. Is there anybody else that he could fight at this point that I don't know would be available? Hitchens ain't got no opponent yet. I doubt, right? So I don't know, man. It's gonna get crazy, but yeah, with my guy Freak, man, he gonna be here. Says Zufa's promoting fighter regular also. Shout out to Get Right, man. Look, I ain't mad. I don't dislike Zufa or nothing. And then when I say this fight could end up there, I'm not joking about it or being funny. You know what I'm saying? I really do think it's an option. Devin Haney has a track record of being willing to work with other people. So this might be some up his alley. Maybe or maybe not. Maybe I'm jumping the gun, but he possibly could be fighting on Zufa. You know what I'm saying? Conor Benn surprised us all, right? They snatched him up, but they 360 dealed him real quick, man. It was like, yeah, you gonna lock in. You know what I mean? We're gonna tell everybody we gave you 15 million for this fight. Try to get some more people on board. You know what I'm saying? Zufa Dev, you get what I'm saying? Got a little ring to it. OP, I like that. And Turkey might not be an option. We had money drying up. I got like mixed opinions with the Turkey situation, right? Because on one end, I've seen the reports that people are seeing too, that they're reporting on, saying that their money is drying up. But then I also see what Turkey said, but I also see what's being done. So I don't know. It just seems like now that the ball rolling, if I'm not wrong, maybe just my opinion, seem like Turkey is selective as to which fights that he actually want to promote or put on. And it's not going to just be anything. And I think you've seen that in the past. The past history shows you that. He's not going to just put on anything, right? Like he's took chances and put on fights that ain't look the best, right? As far as entertainment-wise. So I don't know if he's going to do that again. So the only holdup for Dev, I think you just don't have nobody like seemingly coming to, to your aid, like, yo, we try to make this fight. So Bill really gonna have to earn his check this trip. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to really earn his check. Zufa needs to do something. They're not getting any viewership. They need to make a splash and they need to make a good fight. Imagine the number 2 guy on your list call you out for a catch weight and you never say anything. Not the list, Jordan. Not the list. Not the list. Not the list. Say it ain't so, Jordan. Not the list, bro. Say it ain't so. I'm telling you. They calling them cat. Hey, Jordan, they calling them catchweight core out here. Max 7 was good with it, my guy. That overpayday days may be a thing of the past. Hey, look, Barbara D, you might be right. Look, I think, and I mean this with all due respect to Devin, this is not me being funny. I said this before, they've done really good at doing business, making fights, and getting paid. I just think, unfortunately for Devin, possibly that the people, they can't get rid of that Ryan Garcia shit. I'm telling you, I don't think this problem, I don't want to even say it's a problem, but I don't think this situation exists the way it is currently now, if the situation with Ryan didn't happen, meaning if he would have came out on top, didn't get knocked down a bunch of times, right? And it wasn't no PEDs, none of that, right? I think this situation isn't like this, but I think with that, people are still treating it like that fight happened. It don't matter if it's not on the records or not. It happened. We seen it. You took punishment. Some of these fights ain't the biggest fights to be made. You command a lot of money. And I think it's just a matter of who's willing to bid on what fight and whose interest is in what fight as it pertains to Devin, right? And I don't want to be the guy. I'm not the dude that tries to shit on him and say, oh, he can't do nothing and he don't have options. But it just seemed like things are not working out. Like, I ain't saying he ducking nobody. Obviously, with PBC, he couldn't get the guarantee that he was looking for. That sounds like business to me. I wouldn't say he ducking Rolly Romero. He just couldn't get the bread, and it didn't make sense for him. Even though he said it did initially, I'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. It didn't make sense, so he moved on. He said Ryan's not invited, so he moved on from that. Then Conor Benn is not a realistic option right now. He talking about the WBC with Ryan. Let's see if he actually do it and pull the trigger there. Keith Conley did mention putting that fight together, so maybe it's some smoke there. You know what I'm saying? But if you Devin Haney, where does that leave you? Is it Jack Catterall? You really don't want to fight Jack Catterall. That's not a big fight. That's not a meaningful fight. That's not an impactful fight, and it don't really do nothing for you. Rolly would have did something for you. Ryan would do something for you. I mean, Hitchins might do something for you because it might be one of the last options or cards that you could play in the deck right now. It might be one of the last cards that you holding. See what Zufa got to offer for you, man. I don't think it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll be willing to pay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Because look, this is if you ask me, I want to see the fights. I want to see the fights. I wouldn't mind seeing the fight. None of these guys that I just mentioned. But with the way things is kind of unfolded, it looked like options are what was once strong candidates and possibilities as fights to be made next are now looking like something that's on the sideline, right? They're not at the top list of priorities and things to do no more, right? Respectfully, it just looked like you're gonna have to figure it out. And I want to see him be successful. I want to see him fight. I want to see him get the fights that he want and all that stuff. But like I said, I'm just being realistic. They got history. They went back and forth enough. I think this is a really good fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's not happening. She said that Fast should come to his aid. He just has a mandatory coming up with Lindolfo Delgado. That was something that was being discussed, but again, he don't got no mandatory get right because he dropped the belt. He vacated. Hitchins vacated the title. So now, you know what I'm saying? It was talks of them possibly allowing him to fight Lindolfo Delgado over there on Zufa, but they don't got a 40-pound division, so that kind of canceled out. Now he's vacated now. A title gonna go up for grabs, and he gonna have to. They keep Conley said within the next 12 months or so, he should be fighting for a world title. But this is my thing: when you say world title, think about who got the titles at 47 right now. You see any of them dudes lining it up on Zufa? See what I'm saying? Devin and Ryan fought the catchweight. Yeah, and he never had. And they calling him catchweight core is crazy, right? Devin has to resolve the issue with Ryan by rematching him. He got to free agent front and done came back to home. And it's like 5 G's, what it do, homie? Coach Addy, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? And Devin is not entertaining enough for promoters to invest in. He really had a chance to boost the situation with Norman, but he didn't finish him. Turkey will only pay Ryan after that. Hey, look, get right. You might be on to something, fam. You might be on to something. And I said this too in a different way, in so many words. I said, I think after seeing that Times Square event, even the Brian Norman fight, I ain't saying it's the worst thing. I'm not saying he's not promoting them, but I think he's going to be very specific or picky as to which fights that he want to put on for which fighters to try to get either his money's worth, entertainment value, or both. You get what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of guys that's going to provide that. So it's no surprise that Turkey is not actively pursuing making a fight with him right now. And look, he active on social media. He's pretty active. So when people tag him and say things to him, a lot of times he do respond. I remember Devin tagging him saying, forget which fight he said for Turkey to line up. Was it for him and Ryan? It was him and something, but he was like, let's, Turkey tag Turkey. And, it wasn't really no follow through on that from Turkey. You ain't hear nothing. So I just feel like it's not that he ain't promoting his fights. I just think it's going to be specific fights. Maybe he's willing to promote with his name attached to it, right? They try to, guarantee you get your money's worth, right? Because again, he do get paid. That's one thing about him. Dev Dollar's gonna get that money, man. I mean, Bill, they gonna get paid, man. They gonna make you pay him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where we at, y'all. I want to see this fight, man. They all the back and forth between the two. Devin and Hitchins running into each other is always classic. Hold on, let me get this up. Once again, it's on. Let's see. Debo. You know what I'm saying? Hitchins been on your helmet. Teach was good. Big Dre was good with
champion. I'm like, oh, like as if he earned what he did. He fought Kambosos. He caught a lick. Everybody knew Kambosos was a lick. Fought Lomachenko, and in a fight that was super close. If he was a true champion, he would have gave Lomachenko his rematch. That's what he should have did. But he ran up and fought Regis Prograis. Everybody know Regis is a bum. Everybody know that. Devin knows that. People that have been in the ring with Regis sparring knows that. I know that. And now when he's at 140, he has, like I said, he have a great relationship with Eddie. Why not, if I'm hating, if I'm this and I'm all that, why not come shut me up?
And look, Hitchins done offered himself up on the platter so multiple times at this point. I mean, a little backstory is there. They got similar styles, but still different in their own right. Hitchins been facing a lot of flack for his decisions and his fallout, the fight with Oscar Dwarte. Oscar Dwarte is talking crazy every chance he get. If you Hitchins, man, Devin or Dwarte. I don't know when Dwarte became some boogeyman or some fake ass boogeyman, whatever they trying to build him out to be. I know he's strong and all that. But, man, truth be told, I think Hitchins was going to box him, man. I really do. Hitchins got some long arms, and you know how to use them. I think he was going to box him, use that Olympic pedigree, and beat him on points. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dwarte was going to bring pressure, but I didn't have him beating Hitchins. I really did. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I think it could have been a good fight. He could have pushed Hitchins, but I think Hitchins could have handled that test. And that's what I've been saying, too, because he vacated his title, Big Dre. He don't got no more 140 title. And now he clearly moving to 47. And now it's like, Keith Conley said within 12 months he'll be fighting for a world title. So it's like, what world title? Because when you say world title, it got to be one of the sanctioning bodies. There are no other world titles. Zufa belt is not a world title. That is not the same. That's not the same recognition. People don't respect it the same. It's not going to hit. So again, this is what's about to get interesting because you vacated the title to move up to a division where you're no longer a champion. The belts are taken, right? And now you move into a platform that don't have they're not deep in the 147 divisions. Not a whole lot of fighters they could put you in there with. And what's the situation going to be when it's time for you to try to compete for a title? Are you going to be allowed to do so? I just can't wait to see this, man. This going to help me form a different opinion about Zufa, bro. If everybody over there end up in a situation where you can't fight for no titles, man, y'all should have did y'all homework. Teach, what it do, man? I started GoFundMe. Man, started GoFundMe. Yeah, man, raise that money, man. Forever G's, I appreciate you, homie. He said, what about Prograis? He said Prograis is trash. That's what he said. They built the whole arena in Saudi for boxing. Yeah, they did. Called Regis a bum. His time has passed. Yeah, that's all. You know what I mean? Regis is a late bloomer, man. You know what I'm saying? Boxing dad in the building, man. They were all going to say Hitchins ran all night. Probably OP. You know how it go. Sent from Pat said Hitchins either did it for the bag or to become a star at Zufa because the other promoters all got their stars. Hey, man. See, this is why I like having dialogue, open dialogue and good conversation. Shout out from Sent from Pat. That could be a possibility. Maybe he want to try to establish himself on a relatively new platform that don't have a lot of big established names. Maybe he figures he could beat one of them. That's possible. That's possible. But it's like, man, who do you establish your name fighting? You get me? Who do you establish your name fighting? And shout out to my boxing mom being a channel member 40 months, man. Do the math, y'all. That's a long time, man. Shout out to my day one boxing mom. Oh, I appreciate all your support, man. Message Devin and Bill should be willing to invest in them. That's an option too. I'm just saying, Barbara D, we just talking about options and putting everything on the table, right? We ain't trying to, say Devin is out of options. I'm pretty sure they're going to figure it out, but it's crazy to see how things have unfolded thus far, right? Where none of these fights that it was heavy talks about, they just kind of just fell by the wayside, one after the next. You get what I'm saying? And Zufa might really be an option for you. You know what I'm saying? Sanctioning bodies, but the Zufa League is going to be separate with the upcoming stars. So I wonder how that's going to work. Is they going to promote fighters under the sanctioning bodies? Because so far, like, my thing is this, right? If that were the case, why wouldn't Jal Pattaya still have his belt right now? You get what I'm saying? If it wasn't like no conflict with sanctioning bodies and fighting for actual world titles when you signed to Zufa. That's the issue. And then remember, it had him basically make a choice. He had to vacate and then fight for a Zufa title with no history to it. It's just like a trophy, they said. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wonder how they're going to swing this, man. I just hope it works out for him, man, because this shit, you just don't know. But I like that angle, man. Maybe there's a chance that Richardson Hitchens is hoping to be one of the newly crowned stars over there on Zufa, where not a lot of established guys are, because you got to think this dude came from, he came from Mayweather Promotions, right? Where they just pushing him the right way.
Confident you're a fighter. I would love to bet some money.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
I know you're confident you're a fighter. I would love to bet some money.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
I know you're confident you're a fighter. I would love to bet some money.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
That shit is not funny.
It's definitely funny. It's definitely funny. You see what I'm saying, Hitch? You can't let him do you like that.
I'm gonna beat the shit out you.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
I'm gonna beat the shit out you.
Look at Gary in the back. Look at Antoine in the back. Don't let him talk to you like that. And don't let him talk to you like that, Africa. Yeah. He instigate. Come on, my guy. Hitchens is a guy I've been vouching for since day one. Since I could remember, he had single-digit fights over there at Mayweather Promotions. I always thought he was going to be a world champion. He proved me right. I was right about that. He was that. I know he had a little bit of hot water with like the media and the fans, I guess, because of the choices. But I always think it's a method to these dudes' madness, man. I think a lot of times these dudes be trying to figure it out. And I think that's what he doing. So it ain't the worst thing in the world. It ain't like he lost the fight. Yeah, you missed out on the opportunity and people going to say you ducked and all of that stuff. But all that could be water under the bridge with you getting back in the ring and fighting the right kind of fight. Get what I'm saying? You go out there and fight the right kind of fight, win it, and just keep it pushing. And I think people will stop talking about this. But I don't know what Oscar Dwarte plans is, but I know Richardson Hitchens did say if he want to fight so bad, tell him to come up and fight him at 47. So, look, are those the two possible options, man? I'm telling you, better go Debo Dev or Oscar Dwarte, because I think the way things, just broke down and the way the cookie crumbled, I think it's people that really feel like Hitchens would have lost to Dwarte. I really think it's people that feel like Dwarte had beat him and he ran from him. So it's maybe a little storyline, some interest in people wanting to see that fight because they think that this guy got a chance. I think Hitchens could box him and win, but then again, he got to go out there and show it. The Berlanga Yop, he signed to Zufa and Barbara D. If you're looking at the screen, you see the guy that's on screen in the back of Hitchens. That's their manager. That's Keith Conley. That's he manages Hitchens, Edgar Berlanga, Conor Benn, and some other fighters. I think who else they said? Did they say Alicia Baumgartner? But he got a number of different fighters. That's the manager back there, and it seems like he's directing his guys possibly to go the Zufa route because 3 of his guys there. That can't be a coincidence. And this is shortly after Eddie Hearn came out and said that he not willing to work with Keith Conley and none of his fighters no more. He said after that Conor Benn situation and then the Hitchens thing, he like, man, he good. So maybe Keith has directed them for different opportunities over there on Zufa. You see it? Yeah, so that's they manager, and that's the guy that I think is pulling the strings, maybe advising these guys, possibly. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn feels like Hitchens got bad advice, which is why he left him. I mean, I think how things turn out will determine whether this was bad advice or good advice. It's still really early. It's premature. But I want to see Hitchens win, bro. I know this dude ain't no scary fighter, man. He's been in there. He done sparred the best of them. He'll get in there and fight. I don't think he's a scary dude, but he got to make up for the moves that he's been making, right? And just win the people back over. And you just do that by winning the right fights. Like, as I said, so I hope he got a real plan over here on Zufa. I hope you ain't just over here and, you just going to wing it. I hope they really got a plan. I hope you are somewhat of a priority over there. You know what I'm saying? I hope it work out. Eddie got beef with Africa and Berlanga manager Keith. Yeah, he said he ain't promoting them where his fighters. Yeah, he got to fight. He got to fight somebody, Barbara D. He got to. Being with Zufa, sanctioned bodies, fights all. So being signed to Zufa and the sanctioned bodies not sanctioned fights involving Zufa fighters, that's possible. That's what it's seeming like. So that's what confuses me when I hear these guys say that they gonna fight for world titles. You get what I'm saying? Because I just want to see how that go. Shout out to Keyshawn, man. He ranked at 4th. I'm trying to think that it's possible. They give Key the opportunity, he gonna kick the door in, bro. Best believe it. Dante's Boxing Talk. What's good, bro? How you feeling? Key, let's get the IBF belt, 2-division champ. I'm telling you, he can do it. 702 in the building. And going over there just to beat on scrubs. Your Cal Cooler blessings, family. How you feeling, Brody? Yeah, I mean, well, he's saying more M's and more belts. That's what Hitchens said when he signed up over here. More M's, more belts. And it's a couple of things that need to happen for that to be true, for you to be able to get these M's and them belts. I think you got to fight guys that make sense. You might have to be signed up for a multi-fight deal. And it's going to have to be quality competition now. The thing with Zufa that is interesting, if you paid attention to their cards that they put out so far, they've been matching people up relatively tough, bro. Like, just ask Robert Merriweather, man. They ain't put him in there with nobody easy. They put him in the fire early. They put him in the fire early against Tony Hirsch Jr., I believe it was. And Tony Hirsch boxed his ass off. So Zufa, it seemed like they could have potentially took a page out of Pro Box book. How they gonna run it completely, it remains to be seen. But so far, it seemed like they're putting on competitive matchups for the most part. So you figure with a guy like Hitchens going over there, you would imagine the matchup is going to be competitive. But then at the same time, what was Regis and Conor Benn supposed to be for real? So I don't know. The jury is still out on Zufa and what they doing, but I'm here for it. My eyes is open. Zufa fighters talk about belts. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think. Are they aware? That's what I'm confused. That's the part that's confusing me. But even with the manager, Keith, he says something about, Hitchens fighting for a world title within about 12 months or so. And I'm like, well, okay, what world title? It's going to be one of the titles. So they're going to allow him to fight a champion at 47 while being promoted on Zufa. You get what I'm saying? I know I can't. I keep asking this question because it just trips me out that they keep saying titles. Like, are they think we're not paying attention or what? Because my question is this: if they can fight for world titles while being signed to Zufa, why did Jao Patai? Why wasn't he allowed to keep his belt as well as fighting for the Zufa title? Or maybe he just, I don't know, made a decision. I don't know. It's still weird though, man. Still weird. But Hitchens got.
I know you're confident in your fighter. I would love to bet some money.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
That shit is not funny. I'm gonna beat the shit out you.
Don't talk to you like that.
I'm gonna beat the shit out you. I promise I'm gonna beat the shit out you.
I'm telling you, man. Yo, listen, Oscar Dwarte been on it, man. Said we had one of them dead points of boxing. Someone need to shake the shit up, man. And dog, what it do, homie? Said Charlie Burley would never give up his title. He prayed every day to get a title. and never got one. Yeah, man. Shout out to Hen Dog. Yeah, man. So I know his stint at 147 was coming to an end because he been there for so long. Hitchins, you know what I'm saying? He been there since what, like, I don't know, 16. I don't know, young as hell. He been at that weight class. So I knew he was going to have to eventually move up. I heard about a couple tough weight cuts. This was only the right move to move up. And now we got to see if Zufa make the most sense because of the lack of fighters that they got over there. Seem like everybody with a Zufa, with a belt, drop it when they go to Zufa. That's what I'm saying. It's to be a fight with the known name to make Conor Benn look good, but they didn't finish him. So the cherry pick going wrong. Yeah, bounce back. What's good with it? Blue, what's good, homie? Ashley's corner, what's good, cuzzo? How you feeling? Don't work too hard on them. So yeah, man, look, it's a good opportunity, I think, for Devin to fight a guy like this that he been going back and forth with, man. And Hitchens, man, you say you mentioned fighting Dwarte as well at 47. Go up there and fight him, or have him come up there and fight you. Ain't shit feeling Joe up those guys, huh? Hold on, let me play this other one. Dwarte was going in, man. Oscar Dwarte.
Si tengo un mensaje a Hitchins, pues es que aquí tiene. Para mí no es un peleador porque no es profesional.
Hitchens,
que haga con... Y si tengo que mandarle un mensaje a Hitchins, pues es que aquí tiene. Para mí no es un peleador porque no es profesional. Que haga con su vida lo que quiera, no me interesa su carrera, yo voy por lo mío y pues tengo enfrente una gran pelea y me estoy preparando muy fuerte para que así sea, una gran pelea y para salir con la victoria. Dijo él que se enfermó, pero la razón fue que le dio miedo y pues se respeta, ¿verdad? Pero pues te digo, eso no lo hace un profesional y menos un campeón mundial. Yo por eso digo que esa noche le quité el título. Y pues te digo, aquí estoy bien enfocado para lo que viene. Y si tengo que mandarle un mensaje a Hitchins, pues es que aquí tiene.
And he keeps sticking his finger up at you. Gotta fight him when they talk. He said, I got you. He's scared of me. Right. That's pretty much what he said. He said, he's not professional. He said he got sick, but the real reason is he's scared of him. He said he's not interested in what he's doing with his career. He focused on him. And he said that's why he said he's not a worthy champion. He's not a real champion. He's not professional. He said that's why he said he took his title from him. He said he's the world champion now, pretty much. That's what Dwarte is saying. You know, with me catching the caption up there. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I thought this would have been a cool fight. It seemed like more people, low-key, was more interested in this fight than I thought. I didn't think people believed in Dwarte like that. But when they started saying Hitchens was scared, I'm like, why would he be scared of this dude? Like, I get it. Dude's punching and all that, but so what? You get what I'm saying? Like, Hitchens fought people that could punch before. I seen him outbox the shit out of somebody that was looked at as a puncher. Y'all remember the Iceman? Remember Malik Hawkins? Man, Hitchens caught him on the way up, man. Hitchens put the Beats by Dre on Iceman Hawkins. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he could. Them punchers don't be the ones that do it, right? I get it. He a pressure fighter with good punching power, two-handed guy, but ultimately, man, these guys be a bit limited because if you're not right in front of them, they can't get off like that. And you've seen it with Dwarte. Dwarte is the same dude that Ryan Garcia stopped doing the Victorville shell, bro. Yeah, that's when we seen. Remember, he couldn't crack the Victorville shell, bro. It wasn't like it was the Philly shell. He got that shell from Victorville, California, bro. Wherever he from, that's where that shell came from. Remember, he was doing that against Dwarte. He ended up stopping him. Didn't he stop? Yeah, he stopped him. Brian beat his ass, didn't he? Then he stopped Dwarte. Am I tripping? He said Hitchens blatantly ducked. I don't think he did, though. I don't say that. I wouldn't say that. That move would piss off any fighter that get paid after paying for all them training camp. Yeah, man. Nah, man, them dudes don't be getting reimbursed. He he spent money on his training camp. Robert Garcia was talking about it. He was going in about this situation in Hitchins, man. They don't believe that he got sick. Get what I'm saying? They don't believe he got sick. They believe he just made up an excuse that he got sick. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that was the case though. Yeah, he stopped him doing, and he was doing the Victorville shell on him. He couldn't do nothing about it. Subriel Matias, oh yeah, man. I mean, look, I ain't gonna argue with the Subriel Matias one, man. I get it. Because he said he didn't want to fight him under the IBF rules. You know what I mean? I respected it because he was honest. He said, you know, that dude dangerous. Like, if I'm fighting him, I want to be 100%. The IBF just doesn't allow him to be 100%. And you seen the difficulty that he had with some of these fights, having tough weight cuts. Like the last fight, he didn't even make it to because of them IBF rules probably was tearing him up, and he outgrew that weight class. Like a lot of us was saying. I seen him Berlanga sparring. Did you? Yeah. He got some size on him. You could tell he been chilling a little bit. You can tell. So it's interesting. Keith Conley got his guys over here. Let's see if they can get the necessary fights, man. I just don't know. This is an experiment right now to me.
Don't creep past me. There he is, low Richardson. Don't creep past me. I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
I didn't call Peter Conley.
No,
I didn't win it. Oh, Keith.
Peter Conley. Bill always talk about he called somebody, calling the wrong folk, man. But this funny, man. This shit funny. This is why I say they need to fight, yo. Richardson. Like Bill is a fool, bro. That's why you need to see this, bro. This shit is hilarious, man. Why wouldn't you want to see this? This would be a good battle of the wits, bro. This would be a good textbook boxing match, a great chess match. You get what I'm saying? Look at this, man. Who don't want to see this? That's why I like Bill. I give him some grace, man. I don't say I agree with everything he do, but for the most part, I think he do a lot more good than bad for sure, right? This dude be in the field with it, agitating the folks, pissing the people off.
I was looking for you. Don't creep past me. There he is, low Richardson. Don't creep past me. I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
I didn't call Peter Conley.
No,
I didn't win it. Oh, Keith.
Conley.
Peter, Keith. I didn't call his whole family.
He corrected him. He's still a fool. He like, I done called Keith, Peter. I done called the whole family. Big shout out to my boxing mom in the Cash App for the support. Always set for the grind. I appreciate you always supporting and being a channel member for 40 months, man. Shout out to my boxing mom. T Culture was good. No promotion company is paying for a Devin fight. I mean, look, I think with certain name, it got to be a certain name attached to it. I think it got to be lucrative in the eyes of the suits and the powers that be. If I'm being honest, I think that's what it got to be, bro. In order for him to get some of these fights on these different platforms, right? He got to. You know what I'm saying? Without it, it's going to be hard. We seeing it right now. But I really think this is the matchup to make right here, bro. They look, I'm going off of what Devin Haney, biggest supporter, said. They said he could end up on Zufa, bro. There you go. Fight Hitchins, man. You know what I'm saying? Go fight Hitchins, man.
I done called not only him, I called Eddie Hearn, I called him, I called Cigar Talk. I've been looking for you.
The man himself, though. So what we gonna do? We gonna do that.
He said, Bill said he done called Cigar Talk. He said he called Cigar Talk. He called Najee looking for Richardson Hitchens, bro. This man is a fool.
I done called not only him, I called Eddie Hearn, I called him, I called Cigar Talk. I've been looking for you.
The man himself, though. So what we gonna do? We gonna do that. 47.
Don't you start stuttering.
Because look,
don't you start stuttering.
47, but y'all don't got a belt, and Devin said he can stay with 140.
Don't put your hands on me, because
Devin's gonna
be upset. Huh?
They're already trying to duck the smoke. They're already trying to duck the
he said he was going to come up. He said he was looking for it. Devin, I can come back home. I found him, and he don't want it.
Shout out to him, man. Yeah, I already know, Cal. I ain't even noticed. I ain't even acknowledging today. I'm letting him make him. I'm in a good mood today. He ain't blowing it for me with ignorance. Yeah, he's entitled to his opinion, right? Let me be a little nicer. People say I don't let people have their opinions over here, even though y'all know I do. But we just gonna let him. We're gonna let him fizzle out. But Bill is a good dude, man. I think he means well. I like the job that he did with Devin. It's gonna be interesting to see them pull a rabbit out of a hat, if you will, right? Or finesse their next fight or move. They're gonna figure it out. Watch, they're gonna figure something out. But I'm telling you, it's already figured out. This is easy. Fight Hitchins. You get me, Howard? What's good with it, homie? Shout out to T Culture too, man. Yeah, I already see it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could beat him until it's time to fight him. Africa dropped his belt. Wonder why? Yeah, he dropped that belt because he know what time for him to go up his big ass. You know, he big, man. You know, Africa got some size on him, man. You know what I mean? I think it was time. They say he was at the weight for since the start of his career. So yeah, I think now's a good time. You know, especially I think once you miss a fight because of a weight cut, you get me? Once you miss a fight because of a weight cut, I think from that point on, you don't entertain no more fights at that weight class, nutritionist or not. I think you go up and you keep the nutritionist and you start over. You know what I'm saying? Once you blow weight and miss a fight or something like that, your belt get lost. Because that's what you avoid, bro. That's what you avoid. You get what I'm saying? With the getting sick and not having to go through the fight, even though they said he made weight. You know what I'm saying? BLK Prime would be diabolical. I ain't gonna lie. Look, respect to them. Shout out to them. But not Debo dead to face a boxing, bro. Not BLK. That's not gonna do it. Nah, what they was calling it, Black Prime before? Man, nah, bro. Hell no. Hell nah. What Earl called it? Earl called it something else, bro. BLK Prime would be a crime, bro. That should be wild. They're gonna make one of them 40 guys. Well, somebody at 40 scrap for it. I wish Dub was in here. I'm pretty sure he has some insight on what's gonna happen. That joint gonna obviously it's gonna go vacant, and maybe the runner-up guy gonna fight for it. Maybe Lindolfo Delgado and somebody, because I think that was his mandatory obligation, if I'm not mistaken, at 40. It was Lindolfo. Maybe it'll be him and somebody else for the vacant title down there, possibly. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll go that way. Yeah, it's time to move on. Because you could tell he said he had a tough weight cut against Lemos. And then something obviously happened this time again. He wasn't able to make the fight. And I think that's the writing on the wall. I think from that point, you just got to go your ass up. You got to. Just got to go up after that. So he outgrew it. And it's crazy because people were saying that, yeah, it's something. He called him something, Black Planet. Yeah, he did. He called him something. Yeah. Black Prime, something he called him something wild, Black Planet. He called him something crazy, bro. So I just don't think that would be the move. That would be worse than Zufa to me. I ain't gonna hold you. I think at least Zufa showed you that they forking over some money. I'll say this about Zufa. The fighters that's over there said they being treated well. Shout out to Jalil Hackett and Bernard Hackett, his pops. I was on the show over there at BVO the other night, just last night. And he said Zufa pays well. He's not going to disclose how much and all that stuff, but he said Zufa treating them well and they paying well. So maybe they slowly but surely building a reputation for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times the fans are going to be the last people on board. You get what I'm saying? We're going to be the last ones to be on board because we're going to judge them by the shows that they putting on, the fighters that they signing, matchups and stuff like that. But I think they're finding fighters, the Richardson Hitchens of the world, that kind of fell through the cracks once upon a time in his career, and they signing them on board. And I think those are the kind of fighters that they finding, right? Hitchens, look at Berlanga, Conor Benn. Get what I'm saying? Jao Patai, I thought was a little splash. They got somebody else that was good too, though. I mean, Albright said Keyshawn fight was supposed to be eliminated, so it got to be an IBF player. Oh, could be. Could be. He's going to be better. I think he could be better at 47. Because I think he could be healthier right off the bat. I think Hitchens could be a lot healthier at the weight class, which is definitely be good for him. You get what I'm saying? Him being healthier at the weight class could only be a good thing. You know, but with him going back and forth with Devin Haney so much, I feel like it's the fight to make between these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? They got some history. Yeah, it happened like the day of, and you got to pull out the fight. I wanted to see him box Dwarte a head off, man. I really think he was gonna box him up and get up out of there with a win. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, Barbara D. That's how I feel the same way. I've been listening to the fighters. Who else is over there? What's his name? Did El Rayo sign over there? I think he said they was providing them with like full transparency or something, like letting them know, you know, how much the fights generate. And I'm just hearing that Zufa is doing good things. Brandon Gladden had real high praise for Zufa. So far the fighters are speaking positively. So I think that's a good thing, right? That got to be something good. You think we see Africa versus Devin? You know what? With the way the landscape is right now, Howard, I see it being possible. I think the opportunity is definitely there. I think it just comes down to if they really wanted to fight each other, right? You see, especially with Bill, him and Bill doing this, was these dudes just selling wolf tickets or, you know, having a WWE moment, or was they serious?
I've been looking for you. Don't creep past me. There he is. There he is, low Richardson. Don't creep past me. I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
I've been looking for you.
It's a bounty on the Haney.
Listen, I didn't call Peter Conley.
No,
I didn't win it. Oh, Keith. Listen, Peter.
Peter, Keith, I called them all. Look, they got to fight, man. Y'all got to. Ain't nobody left. Who you going to fight, Jack Catterall? Better off fighting the Hitchens, man. Go over there and get that Zufa bread, Debo. You know what I'm saying? Go show people what it's really hitting for over there, Debo. Go over there and get that Zufa bread, G. Don't even play with it no more. Go ahead and get it, man. Hitchens' jab might have a lot more power to it. It's possible, bro. I'm telling you, he got a hell of a jab. And the thing is, he didn't have no fight where he went through what Devin went through. So that could be good or bad. It remains to be seen. It's an experience that Devin Haney found a way to work past, right? But you can't be not your full self, I think, and get in there and beat Hitchens as a boxer. I think he'll beat you. I do. Hammer hands fighting Hitchens, and there you go. Cause ain't he over there? That's a fight. Ain't a big one, but that's a fight. Hammer hands fighting Hitchens and Haney fighting Catterall for a hometown. Hey man, I did see him go back and forth with Catterall. He said something about it, but I wonder will he be to get the money that he looking for. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Devin don't have nothing lined up. I say average should at least get 2 fights to make it happen. That way, him and Devin, 2 fights at 47. Shit, but the thing is, by the time he get 2 fights at 47, Devin probably had another fight or so. I just say strike while the iron hot. I get your logic and what you saying. They're going that route. I'll say that's not a bad thing, right? But you know how it's just no tomorrows in boxing. It's like if y'all don't got nothing lined up, because especially when I see stuff like this, you don't got nothing lined up, but y'all interacting with each other. And then, like I said, you know, Hitchens was on record saying Haney, man, he was talking crazy, man. He said Haney ain't shit. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta like get me. They was talking like they was willing to do it now. So I'll watch it. I really would. I think it'd be a damn good fight too. Damn, Brent Cruz said Hitchens get stopped by Devin. Hell nah. I'll pay you. Hey, Brent, they make this fight and Hitchens get stopped by Haney. I'll pay you, man. I'll cash app you, and I ain't even lying. I don't think so, bro. I think Hitchens is really a really sound boxer, bro. I know his moves probably confuse people, but why I'm not as harsh on these dudes, because I know they all trying to figure it out. So they gonna make moves that they see fit, right? I'm pretty sure he getting advice. He got a manager that's probably advising him and things like that. So maybe they felt like this move could work for him. And shout out to Sent from Pet. He made a good point earlier. Maybe Hitchens is trying to establish himself as one of the bigger names or a star over there on Zufa, because they don't have a lot of big name guys. So maybe Hitchens is a guy that can build his name and profile there. He's something I gotta interview Hitchens, man. I gotta get Hitchens on the channel. Real shit. We gotta flood. Y'all got Twitter, yo. If y'all got Twitter and y'all active on y'all Twitter, yo, go tag Richardson Hitchens and tell him he gotta tap in with me, man. So I said, Devin already got one fight at 47. Africa to tune up. He class, but Africa will have to be moved slightly faster for it to play out that way. Yeah. I think he beats Catterall too. I think Catterall's slowing down a bit. Hitchens and Haney would be a tougher fight than what people thinking. Yeah, man. Hitchens ain't no. I'm telling you, hey Marcus, I listen. I lean towards Hitchens, bro. I lean towards Hitchens. I seen the 420 fight too with Ryan, cheating ass Ryan, but I lean towards Hitchens, bro. I really do. He really they got very similar styles, bro. They really can do like their defense first guys. They jab, they set up everything behind the jab. You know what I'm saying? Like they both got good right hands. I'm telling you, they got similarities. We could finally put this debate to bed. Who would be a better fighter out of these two? You know what I'm saying? That I could see a Catterall fight happening because of no other options. But again, I don't think he's gonna get the money he's looking for. Pooh was good with it. Hitchens will never be a star because he's a tether. I like Hitchens, man. Look, Hitchens won't be a star because of his style more so than anything else. For me, in all my time since I've been here with a channel covering the sport, man, I just don't feel like people value or appreciate pure boxers. I think like people don't see it, a pure boxer being a star. It's like you got to be a knockout guy. You got to be entertaining. You got to sell all these tickets. You got to do this. You got to do that. So, I mean, he might not check some of those boxes, but the hell with that. It ain't meant for everybody to be a star. But I feel like if you continuously winning, getting paid, and carving out a legacy for yourself, you winning. You know what I'm saying? Not all stars are created equal, right? We're inclined to close the show. I think Devin beats Africa. I ain't mad at that because it's a pick'em fight. It really is. It's a pick'em fight. Them two is a pick'em fight to me. But you know, Hitchens won't agree. Hold on, man. Hitchens ain't gonna agree, bro. Hold on. Hitchens is not gonna agree. Let me get out the old clip, man. Y'all hit the like button, y'all. Everybody hit the like button, sub to the channel, man. Let me get the clip up. Hitchens don't feel that way. Hitchens do not agree. You know what I'm saying? Hitchens do not agree. You said Devin ain't man. That's what he said on Cigar Talk. Yeah.
These guys is goofy. Devin ain't shit. I've been saying. When we fight, I'm gonna show you he's not shit.
Najee funny as hell. His reaction. Shout out to Najee and Cigar Talk, bro. Najee reaction is always funny. Hold on, what you mean? Ain't shit like a fighter? Hell, Najee be intrigued. Like, hold on, what you mean? He ain't shit like a fighter? Hold on, nah, we can't do that. That's dead.
These guys is goofy. Devin ain't shit. I've been saying it for years.
Hold on, ain't shit like a fighter? You don't think so?
Shit.
Come on, don't do that.
Bro, when we fight, I'm gonna show you he's not shit. So? I really believe that. Who he beat?
He was undisputed.
I don't give a fuck
he beat Lomachenko.
All right. Who Lomachenko beat?
Oh, don't do that. Come on, don't do that.
Who Lomachenko beat?
Nicholas Walters. Axeman was the man at that time.
That's funny, bro. That shit is funny, man. Is Rolly a champion recess yet? Nah, hell nah, Pooh. Rolly got his chest out. He got his chest out and said everybody ducking him, G. Hell nah, Pooh. Rolly said Conor Benn ducked him. Devin ducked him. Rolly said people ducking him. They say he easy, but won't nobody come take his title. Rolly got his chest out right now, bro. And he got a fresh pack of magic marker. You know what I'm saying? Come see a shark feeding in Baltimore at the Hilton Inner Harbor this Saturday. Tickets are available. Shout out to Big Drop Dre, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all check on that like button, man. See if it's working, y'all. But like Africa more flat-footed than Devin. Yeah, he can get on his toes though, and yeah, they do got the common opponent. I know Devin fought him. I guess a fresher version, obviously, Kambosos, but man, Richardson Hitchens put hands on that man, bro. I think he could have stopped him regardless. Like a fresh Kambosos, no version of Kambosos beats Hitchens at all. So I'm telling you, they got some real similarities, and I would want to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? Two pure boxers with really good jabs, defensively sound, good right hands, good footwork, right? Good ring general shit. So I like, yeah, I'm telling you, yo, Najee, I'm telling you, he do it the most innocent way. That shit be funny. Hold on, what you mean? Ain't shit like a fighter? He said, hold on, what you mean? Ain't shit like a fighter? No, it's just like, man, they all goofy. Hitchens haven't really fought anyone for him to be talking so much. I believe he can talk better than he can fight. I feel you. I believe we just hear him talk more than people feel like they see him fight. Hitchens could box pretty damn well, man. You know what I'm saying? He's respected in the boxing circles. They know, but right now it's easy to criticize him because people don't fully understand his moves and what his intentions are. And they feeling like his moves have directly took him out of fighting quality competition. That's why people are criticizing him the way they are.
These guys is goofy. Devin ain't shit. I've been saying it for years.
Hold on, ain't shit like a fighter? You don't think so?
Shit.
Come on, don't do that,
I promise you, bro. When we fight, I'm gonna show you he's not shit. I really believe that. Who he beat?
He was undisputed.
I don't give a fuck
he
about
beat
none.
Lomachenko.
All right.
Nah, Najee interview style is fucking unmatched. That's goated. Shout out to Najee, man.
Who Lomachenko beat?
Oh, don't do that. Come on, don't do that.
Who Lomachenko beat?
Nicholas Walters. Axeman was the man at that time.
Yeah,
don't Nicholas Walters, Gary what's his name? Gary Russell.
People, man, I just don't remember all them guys' names because they were smaller guys. But Lomachenko beat some guys. I think he's the fastest 3-division champion in the history of the sport.
That's it. They call him Lomachenko a legend. Who he beat?
Nakatani at the time. That was what's his name? He beat Pedraza when Pedraza was tough too. He beat what's the other dude? Linares when Linares was tough.
Tank is a legend right now.
Not yet.
If Lomachenko beat, you bringing up Pedraza?
I think that might have been Tank's best win.
If Lomachenko beat Pedraza after Tank knocked him out and punished him, how is Lomachenko a legend? All respect to his career and what he done, but these guys, come on,
beating Gary at that time though.
I think this would be a really good matchup. They both got good reach, good height, size. They're not small guys. This would be a good matchup, with competitive matchup, bro. On paper, I think you could call this a 50-50 matchup. I really do. On paper, I think you can call this a 50-50 fight between these two dudes. I really do. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I think it's a 50 thing. Hitchens would beat Teo. I think he could too, because he got the style to beat him. Does Hitchens beat Teo? Yeah, bounce back. I think so. Stylistically, he'll give Teo problems. He's really good at controlling distance and range, picking shots, keeping you at the end of his punches. And Teo is not some crazy pressure fighter. Hitchens is just box him up. You know what I'm saying? This was yeah, I think this one was before this bounce back. I know which one you talk about when he said Devin is the best at 147. But he was making the case why he should fight him, if I'm not mistaken, in that video too. He told him he the best. Gary Russell will always be Loma's best win. Yeah, it was impressive the time in which he fought Gary Russell. Was so early in his career. Take-O, my dog, was good, family. How you feeling? Hold on, man. I got you to bounce back. Tank, Ryan, Dab, Hitchens, they all beat Teo. Yeah, I still would want to see any of them fight, especially the Ryan one. I don't understand how can be a 50-50 match. What could be a 50-50 match? Devin and Hitchins? What do you have it? What do you have it if it's not a 50-50 matchup? What do you have it? I don't think Devin's skills are levels above Hitchins. I seen what he do. I watched so many of his fights. Like, I don't think there's nothing he can do that Hitchins can't do. And Hitchins might be better than him defensively. Hitchins might get hit less. So I don't know. And I feel like defense not only wins championships, but they win fights. Will he stop T or just beat him? Best him? I think it just best him. I don't think he'll stop him, though. I don't think he'll stop him. I don't think Teal gonna be the easiest to stop. I think he can be stopped. I think accumulation can stop Teal. $140, $147 made him so good all of a sudden. He said, what did Devin do from 140 to 147? He didn't do a lot there. He didn't do a whole lot. He just got to 47. And he had like one fight at 40. So a lot of the work was done at 35. That's why I'm trying to tell people this fight is a 50-50 matchup. I know people start thinking about accolades and stuff like that, but that don't got nothing. Them dudes small. Them some small fighters. Hitchins have beat them 35-pounders too. They beat on them dudes, and I don't got Regis beating him either. So I don't got Loma beating the Hitchins either. I think he too tall, too long. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, 50-50 matchup. Yeah, Devin could say more experience, he got more fights and all that stuff, but this fight won't be won, in my opinion, because of the lack of experience on Hitchins' behalf. It'll be skill versus skill. And for Devin to win this fight, in my opinion, versus Hitchins, he just got to be better than him on the night. Yeah, but nah. I mean, look, hey Brent, this is why we have these conversations, bro. Because we're not gonna all think the same way, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. It makes things interesting, like when people see it differently, right? But for me, man, we're gonna go through some of these older videos too. Let me get to them. But for me, the trenches, those trenches was mainly at 35. That the trenches that you speak of, most of his career was there. Count the fights at 40. He fought Regis and slid. Had a catchweight with Ramirez, and then one fight with Brian Norman Jr. His work was put in. He planted his flag really at 135 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So he's relatively new to 47. That's why I don't think if this fight were available and it could happen, I don't think it would be a bad fight, even for Hitchens' first fight at 47. But now the question would be what's going on with the title. So that might be the hang up. But I wouldn't mind seeing this fight. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't mind seeing this joint. Nah, just I never thought like that though. Just because like you fight somebody and you stop a guy that somebody wasn't able to stop, I don't think that necessarily makes you better than that person. But you'll get buzz, you'll get the respect for beating a guy more convincingly. You get what I'm saying? You'll get the respect for doing so. And some people, it'll be people that'll treat it like that's the case. But nah, knocking somebody out and one guy going the distance, nah, not so much. Not so much. Right. Yeah, that'll make you better. You got to prove it. I think the only true way of proving that you're better than somebody, especially when we talk about guys that's still undefeated, is fighting each other. That's the only true way. Dudes got to fight each other. Oh, my bad.
You know I've been playing out since I had no belt. I've been playing out since I had no belt. Next weight class. Who? Number one. Brian Norman. He's the best guy to weight class. He's the best to weight. Come on, Devin. Tell me no. The best guy to weight class. He's the guy. Okay, he's out now. Okay. So now he's the best guy. I'm fucking right. I'm gonna beat this guy. That was the best thing you said. I like that.
That's the one right there that bro was talking about when he said he the best at 47. He said he want to go beat the best guy. You know what I'm saying? Beats everybody expected for him to get knocked out, but what happened? Yeah, but expectations, Brent, versus reality is two different things. We expect a lot, and it just turns out people was wrong about Devin. Yeah, Brian Norman's a beast, and it was a good win for Devin Haney for sure, no doubt about it. I just think ultimately, man, with the similarities and styles, bro, it's gonna be a battle of the wits. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a battle of the IQs and things like that, game plans, and get what I'm saying? Who could pick their shots better, impose their will on the other guy. Like, that's gonna be a battle of the minds. These two, they're gonna have to figure it out against each other because they got some. Like I said, they approach the game from a similar standpoint, right? They both box a certain way. You get what I'm saying? They both stay behind the jab. You gotta start asking yourself, is there anybody that you thought Devin Haney beat that Hitchins wouldn't be able to beat? I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. His best win is Loma, and that's not no knock. That Loma's a Hall of Famer. It's a great win for Devin, but I don't think Loma beats Richardson Hitchins. I think Hitchins would be too big for him. Think about it. Hitchins ain't fight at 35 before. We talking, most of those guys he beat up are little dudes. And outside of that, we're talking about Regis Prograis, Ryan Garcia, Jose Ramirez, and then you got Brian Norman Jr. You know what I'm saying? You got Brian Norman Jr. So those are his fights where guys are in or around the size of a Hitchins. You get what I'm saying? But I don't think he did nothing that he couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I think that's a fight that Hitchins could win as well because of how he boxes. Like, do y'all see anything that Devin is able to do that Hitchins can't do? Right? I don't see it. They're not identical fighters, but they have multiple similarities. Marcus, I agree, bro. I agree. Norman gonna beat Wagner. Yeah, I'm definitely going for B Norman to come back and get his dub, man. But I gotta do some homework though. That's just me making a blind pick right now. I'm always rooting for Norman, but I don't know. I don't know much about his opponent. I gotta do some homework on him. Hopefully we get Keyshawn versus Norman and Norfolk while I continue to build that Haney fight. Interesting. I don't see that though. Hell nah. Bro, the only people that think he sent the contract are his fans, bro. They really don't believe. They really don't realize that that's not the case. Reef was good with it, homie. So look, I think this is the fight they need to go pursue, man. I got too much history, man. Too much history, man. Too much history, G. All you gotta do, Marcus, is ask him when did he send it. And I guarantee you he won't have no month, no timeline, no nothing. He just talking.
Okay, now we got that out the way. I just know the bottom
Good?
That music blowing my shit in the back, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, we ain't doing that. You could go there. Yeah, I'm definitely not entertaining that conversation. Yeah, all you gotta do is touch this and shout out the Tank, man. And I just want to let you know, Boxing Build, I will let you know this because it seemed like you might not be aware. Yo, Tank don't like fanboys. Like, you ever see him? Like, he don't like people that just be fanned out like that. I just want to let you know. I'm not sure if you're aware. But he don't like people that just unnecessarily just be fanned out. Like you ain't never see Tank operate. I don't like that super fan shit, man. And he no like it. You know what Espinosa said when Shakur asked him to clear that BS up. You got it. Yeah, he trying to get me. He trying to draw me in with that damn conversation. These the dudes that want to distract you, yo. They want to make it about a fighter that's not even fighting right now. It's crazy. I don't know why they keep doing that. That we should just fight Stan Jones for the ring until as mandatory. Where's Stan Jones? Motown, what's good, homie? Yeah, it is. It is. I know it's another one. I just don't feel like surfacing through all of them. We get the gist, man. He pretty much said he was the best guy there and he'd fight him or whatever. That's why they need to fight. They just need to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? They got the run-ins. They got the back and forth. It's on wax. You got Bill and them going back and forth about a fight. You got both guys being in the same weight class now since all of the back and forth. I think the time is now. You got options drawing up, it seems like, for Haney, or options that make sense for him. Maybe Zufa's a home. Maybe Zufa's an option. For how long, I don't know, but I wouldn't mind seeing this fight up next. You know what I'm saying? Richardson Hitchens is saying 147 is time. He'd be a 2-division world champion real soon. Outgrown 140 and my days at the weight is done. Let's go. All right, Lance, what it do? That's a fact, Marcus. Yeah, man, this shit is crazy. That's why I said I ain't doing it. You're not drawing me into that one. Shout out to Tank, though. I ain't got nothing to say crazy. Y'all be trying to rage bait you into saying something. Man, wow. Tank, guess who else Tank can knock out? Boxing Bill, and whatever your real name is, he'll knock you out, too. All you got to do is touch your chin. All you got to do is touch your chin with any punch. Jab, he'll knock you out with any punch. It's crazy. It's crazy how Tank could put you out with any punch, bro. Any punch, he'll knock you out, G. Let's keep rolling, though, man. Look, I hope they fight. I hope they make this fight between these two, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen. But let's see if Zufa is a landing spot for Devin Haney, like some of his fans said, because that's what they were saying, right? Let's keep rolling, man. I got something else I want to talk about, man. I'm going to get to, man, that I seen coming from a mile away. We seen this coming. We seen this shit coming right here. Seen this coming a mile away, man. We need to play this song, man. What happened to Virgil, man? Gotta play it. We start his promotional company. Hey, man, maybe it might be something there if he ain't in bed with somebody. I don't know. Conor the Destroyer. What the hell? Where is it at? Damn, where is it at, man? I wanted to get to this Virgil shit, man. Virgil Ortiz, man. He looking like he about to get sidelined. Verge look like he about to get sidelined for some time. Damon was good with it, man. Why the Zufa bum? Nah, man. There ain't no champions for you to fight. Hey, Damon, tell me. Why you downplaying a guy that just was a champion, the former world champion, now that he vacated his title? Why you downplaying him? Why you downplaying him, man? What champion you gonna fight at 47 next? Let me know. Let us know. Blaze was good with it. I'm telling you, Blaze. Debo versus Africa and Zufa is the move, man. Don't be fooled, bro. Don't trick yourself out of your own position, G. Trying to tell you. Need to line it up, G. Might as well. Hold on, man. I'm about to. let's keep going though, man. Look, we seen this coming a mile away, y'all. A mile away. Man, Virgil is pretty much gonna be on the sideline for all 2026. Him and Oscar legal battle is spilled over into his career, and now the unthinkable is happening. A guy that should have been fighting Jerron Boots Ennis in his next fight is now about to be on the sideline for the remainder of 2026, all because his promoter, him and his promoter are not on the same page. You could just guess from seeing it unfold what the problem was, right? Oscar promoting the way he was promoting. Seemed like Virgil wasn't feeling it. Maybe Virgil got some advice from management, and next thing you know, you end up with a lawsuit. Now, this dude be in court July 14th. He gonna be on the sideline the rest of the year. I knew this was the possibility. This is where it get tricky for the fighter, because are you sitting there on the sideline, you're not fighting, probably gaining weight unless you keeping yourself in shape. Get what I'm saying? You just don't need to be inactive. If you Virgil Ortiz, this is the worst news that you could have got. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to see you in the building. Samuel, what it do, homie? Got Ryan versus Virgil in November. Shit, ain't no way Oscar want to do that. Know what I'm saying? He at this point, he better off listen. Virgil mess around and ruin Ryan. That's gonna mess it up for him. If he's trying to get Virgil beat, he should have just made this Boots fight. You know what I mean? But this is what you hate to see. I don't have all the details, but I said this long time before. We seen this coming. We seen this coming with the back and forth. We seen it. It was like, yo, as long as he going back and forth with him and it's a lawsuit and it's a legal battle, he ain't gonna get no fights. Oscar De La Hoya came out. He spoke about how it could be months and years till they solve this situation. That's wild, because the only thing that Virgil Ortiz ever did for Golden Boy was fulfill his end of the bargain. And by that, I mean he's won every fight that they've given him, that he's beaten everybody they put in front of him. Most of them by knockout. You get me? So Virgil, you know what I'm saying? He's fought dogs and he still ain't a world champion. Like, this is one dude that should definitely be a world champion. And not only is he not a world champion yet, he in his second division, and now he about to be sidelined for the remainder of 2026 because of his promoter in the legal battle. This is the part of boxing that suck, bro. Yeah, the fighter, leads to the fighter now. He got to sit there on the sideline. He don't get to get paid. He don't make no money. Oscar get to continue pushing his fighters and make the money with them. And it's just a bad look. It's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. Used to Ryan might beat Virgil again. I think Virgil might stop Ryan. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rich was good with homie. Oscar playing chess. This guy playing checkers. Oscar, man, I don't know. Oscar hurting himself though, because you know what? T should just fight who Oscar want, get the deal over with. Yeah. If there's no way to get out of it, if it means you being on the sideline, hell yeah, Dante, fight and just fight your way out of the deal. Maybe he think he can get up out of there. Remember, Kid Austin Pops, I'm assuming it was, tagged Virgil Ortiz and said, yo, we gonna be leaving this company soon too. But since then, have said they signed a 5 years, $5 million, some shit like that. So, but why this look bad for Oscars? You know, because seemed like this happened to him with all his fighters. Think about the biggest fighter that he promoted. Who was that? Canelo? Look at their relationship right now. They don't even like each other. They barely respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, Oscar had Canelo cursing and everything, bro. Like, Canelo say he had put hands on Oscar. Get me? So he lost his biggest fighter. Him and Ryan, their relationship be up and down. He low key, that's Ryan's father. Low key is Oscar, not Henry. Oscar look more like Ryan than Henry. You know what I'm saying? But he beefing with him. Now you got issues with your other golden goose, Virgil Ortiz. Get what I'm saying? Your biggest fighters, you've having fallouts with him. Shit don't look good, man. It don't look good. He constantly losing his fighters to other people and to the sport of boxing. So I don't know. It started out good, but then it just go left somewhere. I don't want to blame Oscar solely because I don't got all the details, but I'll say it got to be something to the fact that Fighters will start with you, they'll work with you, they'll make fights with you, make money, and then they'll end up somewhere else and being a bit disgruntled, and the relationship would be like strained, or they'll be at odds or something like that. So it just don't make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? All this, at some point, it seemed like his fighters fall out with him. You know what I'm saying? Son of God, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Waiting to see if any cross-platform fights get made before I even start contemplating fights with traditional fighters versus Zufa fighters. I don't see it happening. Might, maybe not, man. I can see the fights happening, but I can't see the titles being on the line, Cal. I could see a fight happening, possibly, for the right situation, but I question if any champion, anybody that's, you know, across the street from Zufa that's a champion will be allowed to fight. You know what I'm saying? One of their fighters. How they gonna work that out? That's the biggest holdup. The lack of the talent pool is slim, and they don't. You know, what belts are y'all fighting for? So it's like, y'all, I guess if you with Zufa right now, bro, you with Zufa right now, you pretty much betting on them. You betting that Zufa has the opportunity for you that you need. That's you betting on it. You get what I'm saying? You pretty much betting on it. Big shout out to my dog Marcus, man. Always supporting the grind, that Cash App. Shout out to Marcus. Appreciate you, bro. I'll get my sound bites for y'all. I'm gonna get it right. Oscar saved Virgil's life. I think Oscar did right by Virgil, because look, Virgil said it. Virgil was talking, saying, you know, Oscar checked up on him at Christmas and seeing how he was doing. He said he treats him well, but it might be some truth to maybe Virgil got some type of advice and he felt like he wanted to do something else. I don't know, man. It just like this is the thing. Without knowing all the facts and having all the details, we do know this. They never seem to have had this problem until it was time to fight. Who? And one mixtape Boots. I told y'all, bro, that shit get different. Everybody talk about what they'll do to him and how he can't do this and what kind of fighters he struggle against, and you get me, what Boots or have to do to Virgil to beat him and all these different things, bro. They say all of this shit, but then when it came time to fight him, it's like he started publicly negotiating. Like, I'm sorry, respectfully, man. Oscar, I hear what he was saying. He said he was trying to get his fighter the most money possible. But I take that with a grain of salt, because there's no reason on this earth that you can, or there's no reason why you and the manager wasn't speaking. There's no reason why y'all never had no conversations about this fight. How could anybody believe, even Virgil, the fighter himself, believe that you truly had his best interest when you wasn't in communication with him nor his manager about the biggest fight of his career? Y'all gave the world a face-off. And then y'all decided to start beefing in front of everybody, bro. Bro, you know what this situation remind me of, man? Hey, man, Boots and Virgil, Oscar and all of them, they invite everybody over, man. They invite everybody over to the crib, man. We over there, we all vested. We watching Virgil Ortiz and Erickson Lubin that night, right? You know what I'm saying? They invite Boots and all of us into the ring with Virgil. I know it was only Boots and Virgil facing all, but it's like they invited all of us, bro. And you see what they did? They invite all of us over here, bro, and they just start fighting in front of company. That's what this situation is like. It's like they invited us in. They say, hey, look, watch this fight. He's about to fight Erickson Lubin, and Boots is going to be here. He's going to call Boots in the ring, and this is going to be the fight next. They invited us all to the crib, and they just start fighting with each other when we got there. Get what I'm saying? Now we got to leave early and shit. Now you get me? Now we got to leave and go somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? We got to pack up. And we got to get up out of Dodge because the fight ain't happening. They out here fighting with each other. Instead of fighting Boots next in June, right? Like Xander, you fighting Oscar in July, literally in court. You can't make this shit up. Your fight with Boots would have been over with by the time July hit. You get what I'm saying? And now you not only do you not get this fight, you get nothing, but you get to fight Oscar De La Hoya who seemingly don't give a damn about how long you be on the sideline. Man, I hope that this is a fight that Virgil Ortiz could win, bro, because it don't look like it's going his way right now. It don't. 2026 on. Think about this. The timing couldn't have been worse, bro. And I ain't saying this stuff never happened before in boxing, but you just took the biggest fight off the table. You took the fight of Virgil Ortiz's career off the table for him. It's a little bit of backstory, right? To a degree. They were supposed to fight at 47. Remember, they needed 48 months, and that 48 months is passed, and now they're in a whole nother division. Remember, it was Virgil that was supposed to fight Stanionis like 3 times until that fight got they pulled the plug on it, right? Boots ends up beating hellfire and brimstone out of Stanionis and winning the same belt that Virgil was in line to win. So now they get up here and you get to finally line it up with And1 Mixtape Boots. And now your promoter goes into the public and starts negotiating publicly and playing games and doing clapback Thursdays. And now he done clapped you and benched you on the sideline. It's crazy, bro. Crazy work. Big shout out to Son of God. I appreciate you, bro. Always supporting the grind, man. He said, keep up the great work and content. I appreciate you, family. We are on the job, man. Because Boots beat Zayas and Kelly, so he can get even bigger back. Shit, hell nah. Shout out to Cut. What's good with it, bro? He said they messed up the barbecue. They did, man. I hope you enjoyed your born day yesterday, too, man. Happy belated again, man. Shout out to Cut Creator, man. But look, hey, Pooh, that would be bad strategy. You know why? You know why that would be terrible strategy to do that for him to sit out intentionally? Think about how much time Virgil spent out with Rabdo. Remember? Virgil had Rabdo. And missed critical time out on his career. That's what ultimately cost him the fight, his championship fight against Stanionis. You get me? So if you Virgil, you're in a rush to get a good name in the ring with you. That will help you solidify yourself. If you ask me, if it wasn't for Oscar, Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis would be fighting next. I just think it's the way that Oscar went about it. I think the lack of communication between him and the manager caused this rift. I think that allowed maybe the manager or so whoever is advising Virgil to give him some type of advice. And maybe he said he seen fit to sue, but he seemed like he's unhappy with what you're doing right now and how you going about it. And like I said, the timing couldn't be worse. It's when he was about to have the fight of his career against Jerron. And it's like, how could you mess that up? This is what I did. I definitely didn't see this happening. Definitely. Shout out to Judah Vision. My dog was good with it, bro. Saudi can't move no oil right now, and he get shot at. Turkey say he got real shit to deal with right now. And kind of blame Boots for turning down the first offer with Boots. Nope. I mean, if you want to, you could, Damon. It depends on how you look at it, right? We all see it differently. For me, I'm not gonna blame Boots just like I ain't blaming Virgil now. I don't think it's Virgil's fault now. For me, any offer, in my opinion, that was made before Boots got to 154 was in vain to me. Right? Because it's like, imagine having the energy to offer me something when I'm not at the weight class, when I'm telling you I still got to fight down there, right? He wanted to be unified. He did it. It ain't like that offer came after he unified the titles. We heard about that offer before he fought Stanionis, right? So imagine making that offer before he made his decision, and then after the fact, and then he moves up to the division. Now it's a lawsuit instead of another offer. Do you see my issue with the initial offer? And I think that, remember, it was coming through Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. It was coming through Turkey initially. But when Boots didn't accept the Turkey offers, I think he got out of the Boots business. You know what I'm saying? And then it fell into the hands of Oscar, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Virgil would elect to spend another year out and definitely have a lawsuit, you know what I mean, out there. Ongoing lawsuit. You get what I'm saying? He spent a lot of time out with Rab, though. He missed critical, vital time in his career, some prime years too, arguably. You get what I'm saying? He's still making up for lost time to a certain degree. And because of that situation, if it wasn't for that, he would have fought Stanionis and stopped him. So he would have been a world champion. So if you Virgil, You a little bit behind and you playing catch up to a certain degree. Get what I'm saying? Gonna be some trouble. Only two guys can see Virgil fighting next, either Ryan or Barrios. Then the other, hell nah. Barrios, I don't know if Barrios. Oh yeah, I think Barrios did say something about moving to 54, right? If they did that, that'd be them feeding Barrios to Virgil, in my opinion. Ryan, I doubt it. Think about it. Ryan is Oscar, and Ryan and Virgil fighting. Those both Oscar fighters. I don't think he stay in the game if he put on that fight. And then again, like I said, Ryan is at 47. He ain't going up to 54. He damn sure ain't going up there fighting no Vergil Ortiz. I think it's winnable fights for Ryan at 47 that could allow him to have some type of title run. So I definitely don't see him and Virgil fighting. I don't think we ever see that fight, Virgil and Ryan. I don't think we'll ever see that. And Virgil will stop Ryan Garcia, man. He will. I think Virgil will be too much for him. And he eventually stops him. So Virgil, man, he better fight that. He better fight that damn legal battle and get away from Golden Boy if that's what it seemed like he need to do. They say Boots is the best at 54. Virgil fighting him before either of them got a belt was always a stupid idea to me. The championship belts increase the value of the fight. The thing is, though, unfortunately, in boxing, there's no tomorrows in boxing, right? And you got to strike while they're iron hot. A lot of times our fights don't get made, bounce back. You get what I'm saying? What you saying is legit, and it makes sense. With titles on the line, it definitely increased the value of the fight. But I think Virgil Ortiz and Gerard Ennis, for lack of a better term, bro, is just like a good bag of dope, man. It's gonna sell itself. You know what I mean? It's like a top strain of weed or something, man. You get me? It's gonna sell itself. Like with or without a belt, that fight, I think, would do good numbers, and I think it'll be sold out. I do, because of what's on the line. True 50-50 type of affair. This is a legit guy that people feel like got a real chance at beating Boots. There's a lot of people that feel like Virgil will stop Boots, right? Because Boots get hit and Virgil cracking, right? So there's a genuine interest in seeing this, and there's a genuine discussion amongst the people as far as who could win. So I don't think it's dumb if they fight without a belt. Especially because, like, think about it. If that was the case, then why give us the face-off? You get what I'm saying? Why face off with each other? You know what I mean? Why do that? That's why I told you this situation feel like when you get invited to somebody's house, man, you get over there and the family start fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's what Virgil and Oscar doing. You know what I'm saying? They invited all of us over to the cookout, to what was supposed to be the cookout. You know what I'm saying? And before we can get to the main course, man, they start fighting. You know what I'm saying? In front of company. You know what I'm saying? They start publicly fighting in front of the internet. Virgil Ortiz going at Oscar going at Rick, and it just got messy. And now we here. July 14th, they do back in court. This ain't good for Virgil Ortiz, bro. This sucks. If you Virgil, this sucks. A big one. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it's unfortunate, but I hope they can resolve this sooner than later so this man could resume his career, man. I think Virgil caught a couple of bad breaks with Rabdo and now in this situation, bro. And like I said, that's nasty, man. You want to be allowed to build yourself. You know what I'm saying? We all got to go home. You know what I'm saying, Lance? That's what they basically said, man. We got to go home, bro. Like, it ain't ready. They lined it up. They let them stand face to face, and then they pulled the plug. You know what I'm saying? We just can't stay here. He said this Virgil duck move is also for Fundora too. I don't think Fundora ducked nobody either, though. It was the 154-pound king in boxing. I think based on the landscape, son of God, and what it looks like, it used to be Charlo. Charlo's the former 104-pound, 54-pound king. It's Fundora to me. It's Fundora right now because I think it's a real discussion out there as to who's the guy to be able to beat Fundora. Some people say it's Boots. Some people say even for Boots, that's going to be a tall order, literally and physically. So I thought the face-off made sense, though, because you got to think, not all fights need belts, bro. Like, one of those dudes, like, think about it. Them not fighting each other right when the opportunity presents itself, it leaves room for error on either side, respectfully. It leaves an opportunity for Boots. Say Boots go out there and Xander. Say Xander beat Boots. That fight ain't happening next, not for no damn titles, right? But then this is the crazy part. Boots could beat Xander, and this fight still don't get pushed over the edge, over the hump, because of a legal battle still going on with Virgil and Oscar. So I think they should have struck while the iron was hot. I think they kind of missed the mark right here. I think they missed the mark a bit with making this fight. I think they should have put this fight on. They weren't smart for doing so. Yeah, it's definitely Fundora to me, son of God. He got the most quality wins, the most established out of the champions there. Yeah, I think it's Fundora. I think Fundora is the guy to beat, should I say. I don't even want to crown him the king because he still got more work to do. But I will say Fundora, Sebastian Fundora is the guy to beat at 154 pounds. And that's crazy because that same division got Boots and Virgil in it. Could you imagine either of the fight? Imagine Virgil fighting Sebastian Fundora. Even Boots, either of the two. 154 need to do a Super 6. Man, I've been saying that for the longest. I would love to know who we would need to talk to for that to even be a possibility or even a consideration, son of God. We've been saying it for years. I think that's something boxing is missing. I think that can improve the sport. More Super 6s and do it in multiple divisions too. The UK Kelly unification. That's if Eddie got plans on serving up Josh Kelly to Boots, if that makes sense. CJ was good with it, homie. You get me? That's what always consider that who these guys are in bed with, like who promotes them and who manages them. Sometimes you get answers that way. Like in this case, would Eddie Hearn be in a rush to sacrifice his guy Josh Kelly to his phenom Boots? Possibly. It could happen. It could. This could be but this gonna be unfortunate, man. Verge, my boy Verge gonna be on the sideline, man. All I can think about is, oh my, OMG, what happened to Virgil, man? OMG, what happened to Virgil? Verge, man. So look, Golden Boy gotta get it together, man. Oscar gotta tighten up, man. You can't afford to be losing your biggest stars. You know what I'm saying? It looked bad for the fighter, and it is, but it'd be bad for the promoter because it could ruin people wanting to come sign with you, right? It could be a new fighter up and coming somewhere in the Raptors looking at this situation like, nope, I ain't going over there. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. You just never know, man. But let's keep rolling, man. I got something else to get to, man. So shout out to the Hanos fan, man. Hey, man, Hanos, Team Hanos, what's going on with Debo? Why Debo said he hate Fight Hub TV, man. He said he hate this boxing channel. Debo said he hate the boxing channel, bro. Let me pull this joint out, man. Debo lost his damn mind. He said he hate Fight Hub. What's his beef with Fight Hub TV, man? Somebody tell me why Debo beefing with Fight Hub. Debo. Oh, my bad, John. Let me get this. Debo say he hate Fight Hype. Let me pull this joint up, man. I'm like, damn, what Fight Hub, should I say, not Fight Hype. What Fight Hub do to him? I said Debo out here. He beefing with the promoters, the promotion. Oh man, give me a second, y'all. Let me get it up. Debo Dayev. Yeah, man. So Team Hanos, man. Y'all can talk to me, man. What's going on out there, man? Fight Hub posted a video up. And I'm guessing he said Devin Haney putting in that nonstop work. He said, how's his power looking? Maybe he took that as a diss. Maybe he thought they was trolling him or something. So he said he hate this channel. Let me go to the video. Let me put a video up that they posted. They always post him up, though. They always post him up. Virgil ain't ducking nobody. Yeah, Virgil ain't ducking, bro. Virgil ain't no scary fighter. You could just look at his last 3 fights, and that'll tell you what you need to know. Oh, shit. Appreciate you, Jordan. Shout out to my dog, man. Oh, shit. Damn. Okay. Shout out to Jordan, man. Okay. Jordan with the scoop, with the news. He said, Just, you ain't seen this yet. Bet. We're going to talk about this, too. We're going to pull this up. But look, what's going on with Debo Dev, y'all? What happened? What happened with the fight hype? Fight Hub. Why he got smoked with Fight Hub? Because they asked about his power. He took it personal, bro. Bro mad about that power, man. They wasn't joking. Fight Hype always post dad workout videos. Bro said he hate this boxing channel. Like, damn, bro, I ain't never seen nobody go at Fight Hype or Fight Hub, really. Kelly said he will be back early July. He better not be back in no rush to fight no boots. I'll tell you that. He want to maintain. He want to maintain his winning ways. He want to ride that hot streak of beating background. Why you mad at his Fight Hub? Debo. His fans really be saying he's the face of boxing. ASAP was good. Yeah, I guess oh, damn, Devin Haney has improved his power. That's what that is. Why he mad at Fight Hub, though? They ain't even do nothing. They just said, how's power looking? Marcus Villegas said, man, what's that about, Devin? Devin out here spazzing on Fight Hub, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's Debo, ETV. You know what I'm saying? That's Debo. Look at it. Look. He said, we know the face of boxing always in the algorithm. He the face, ETB, his name Debo Dad. He want all the smoke. Nah, man. Nah, hell nah. Fight Hype interview everybody. They don't just interview people that hate on Devin. Like, bro, they interview people. They interview Devin. They interview him, his opponents. They interview everybody. Now, I think he might have took this out of context. He might have thought they was trolling him because in the caption it said Devin Haney putting in nonstop work, and it said, how's his power looking? And maybe they think they making jokes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they think they trying to be funny. Nah, but what's wrong? Why Debo beefing with Fight Hub, man? You know what I'm saying? Marcus Villegas ain't even do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just posted him up. They trying to show love. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to show love to the young lad, man. Look, man, I'll say this, though. Maybe he just thought it was a jab at his power. Look, Devin Haney ain't no power puncher, bro. So what? Like, at this point, I think the fact that people still talking about his power is ridiculous. I think it's one of the most overstated narratives in boxing. Is he a puncher? No. Can he sting you with a shot? Can he knock you off balance, drop you, all that stuff? Absolutely, he can. The last 2 guys that said he had pillow fists, they didn't say that after the fight. They both changed their opinions of if he could punch after the fight, bro. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think this is a real conversation no more. I hope it get put to bed, bro. I know they're going to always joke about his power, especially when they run around here calling him Debo. I get it. But bro, who's stupid like that? Like nobody's that silly, man. Like, bro, not a power puncher, he's not a knockout guy, and he don't gotta be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. He gonna always be in shape. He gonna always rip the bag. He always work out extra hard. It's never gonna be really no different. I don't think no emphasis need to be put on what his punching power is or is not. Right? As long as he can get your respect, shouldn't be a bad, you know what I'm saying? He should be okay. I mean, is he gonna be a knockout artist? No, but he don't gotta be. I don't know why people trying to force him to be. I get it though. They attacking the fact that he calling himself Debo and he ain't punching like that, so they gonna keep doing it. Man, if I because they refuse to take the payoff bill, offered them to run with all the lies and that, as he said F fight hub. Could mean there's a slight diss because he doesn't get KOs and he's so used to being ridiculed. He got in his feelings. That's what it was. He in his feelings, but I don't think they was joking though. I think they was, because look what they said. Devin Haney putting in that nonstop work. They wasn't trying to slight him. I don't think Fight Hub was trying to be funny. I don't think he was. He just being a boxer. I always thought Debo was gonna fight with Teo. Speaking of Teo, I was about to segue me into the next conversation. Shout out to Jordan for sending me that post too. Let me tell you what's going on with Teo, being that you said that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's a really good boxer, bro. Really talented boxer. You know what I'm saying? Really talented boxer for sure. Not no knockout guy, man. You know what I'm saying? But he'll box you down though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't prepared. Dad's gonna put them beats on you. This is what's going on with Teo. Let's get to it, y'all. Still hasn't spoken on the catchway or nah. He gonna ignore that. He not gonna say nothing. Jordan, he gonna do it like he did it before. See that he learned a little bit with Shakur that he can just allow his fans to do all the arguing for him, Jordan. So that's why he gonna conveniently ignore him and then let his fans argue for him. They ain't doing that shit. He know what's up. But look, man, shout out to my guy for sending this to me. Breaking. IBF has ordered Landolfo Delgado to fight Teofimo Lopez for its vacant junior welterweight title. Hold on. So Teo staying at 140? The title became available after Richardson Hitchins vacated the belt. Yesterday, Lopez was contemplating a move up to 47, but could now fight for another title at 140. Yeah, appreciate you sending me this. We're going to cook on this for a minute. No, I don't want to see this fight. No. Hell no. Teo. Go your ass up there to 47, man. You already talked about fighting Ryans and guys like that. Go up there and fight, bro. Go up there and really fight Devin. Go in there and get that smoke with him. Somebody go get Debo a fight. I don't want to see this. We just seen you at 140 with Shakur. I thought the writing was on the wall when your dad said we got to be careful how we make this weight. He said the next fight, we're moving up to 147. That had to be for a reason. I don't know. Teo claims that, he was light coming into the fight on fight night against Shakur. Or maybe he was, but I could have swore they was having issues with this weight class. Why would you stick around? I get it. Another title, but so what? Like, you really sticking around at 140? Like, I don't know. Landolfo ain't the worst fighter, but Teo, you don't beat him, you in trouble. Your career going to take a real hit. Dre was good. Too small for 147. I think he only said he move up for big fights. Get them a lesson. You get a win first, yeah, man. Crazy, but his dad already said, put that out there, man. He put the bug in the air that they was moving up after this, saying he basically was hinting that he outgrew the weight class. I gotta pull it. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all know I like pulling up the receipts, man. We gotta see. So moving up to 47. He was saying that we gotta be careful how we make this weight, man. It was crazy They was talking about this shit 6 years ago with him going up to 47. 6 years ago. 6 years ago, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. He said it, bro. He said it, man. They was talking about moving up years ago, man. He did an interview talking about this shit, moving up to 147. That's why I'm like, at this point, bro, you gonna hurt yourself, I think, trying to stick around at 140. And you might be doing more harm than good, bro. Yeah, man. They already put the the word out that it's tough for him to make the weight. Nasty if he really does go through with this, he wouldn't fight Africa. But as soon as Africa moves up, he goes for the strap. Yeah. Facts. Everything boxing, man. That shit weird, man. I mean, I ain't trying to knock him. I get it. You get in where you could fit in. You try to go fight these winnable fights because I couldn't imagine him wanting a really tough fight at this fight in Shakur. Delgado is solid, though. Kurt was good with it, bro. How you feeling? Yeah, and the IBF rule with it. Yeah. This already a disaster waiting to happen, man. Lindolfo, the ETB, Lindolfo Delgado gonna go out here and outbox Tio. He gonna go out there and box Tio, man. He gonna box Tio down, bro, for that belt. He gonna box Tio ass down. He gotta win. This a must-win fight if he take this fight next. Damn, I thought for sure he was moving up, though. I really did. I thought they was taking their asses up. Get me? Thought they was going up a notch. Can he make the weight and be healthy? You get me? He trying to avoid that 47 smoke. That's what's happening. That's what's going on. He don't want to smoke at 40, so he trying to stay clear of 140. Crazy work, man. Crazy work. It's not smart, man. He should have went up. Think he should have went up, bro. And again, that's because how they was talking. That's how they was talking. So, this dude, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know about Tio. Where is his mental at after losing to Shakur, too, realistically? Not just asking just to be asking, but like, where is he? Like, what type of time is he on since losing this fight? Tio and Norman? I think Norman got to get back in the fold first. He fighting that dude. What's his name? Wagner. Tio in person, no way is a 47-pound a year. I just figured maybe they would do it just because hold on, let me see. Do I got this? The way his dad was saying it, like when his dad was talking, like, we got to be careful with how we make this weight, or how we cut the weight or make the weight. And then he said, after this fight, we going to 47. I'm thinking he was saying that stuff because it was an indication that, we should be moving up. You know what I'm saying? We moving up after this. Like, I thought maybe the weight got tough to make, and he said, you know what I mean? Let me move up a weight class. Brian Norman does. Brian Norman clipped Tio. He could heard him. Vince was good. Vince was good with it. Keith retired. Keefy Pooh retired, man. That's my guy, man. I like Keith. But did he retire? I didn't. That's news to me. I ain't catch it. I thought so too. But you know what? I would have respected it, ETB, if he'd have actually went up. If they'd have actually done it, I'd have said, okay. Well, it did still sound like a built-in excuse, but at least you went through with it. To try to build in the excuse and then not follow through with it is extra bad to me, right? Because like you was trying to build in an excuse. Now maybe being an opportunist, you see an opportunity to fight at this weight. Who knows? I mean, we see these fights ordered all the time and they don't always happen. So who knows? Maybe it won't happen for sure. But yeah, I remember this after the fight, man. Let me play. I gotta play this video after this. This was T.O. after the fight, bro. Same style as Norman. Josh Wagner, 18. No, I'm gonna check him out. I gotta check him out. I haven't heard anything about him. Josh Wagner. I don't know nothing about him. I don't know nothing about the young lad, man. I do my homeworks. I do my Googles. What they call it, I do my Googles on them, man. We're gonna cook for a little bit more. Let me get this up though, man. T.O.'s like, man, this is T.O. after Shakur. So where is his mind at?
Stomping ground.
What's up?
On DAZN, Teofimo Lopez. I'm just going to say, firstly, I think it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, but thank you to you, because the last thing you probably want to do is have a microphone shoved in front of your face, but here you are, still giving me some of your time.
No, it's cool. You know, people need to hear this as well. You know, they need to hear the other side. So, this is how we do it.
Initially, let's just say a record attendance here at MHD.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tonight, and a lot of those fans coming out for yourself. Proud that you've been able to do that as a New Yorker yourself.
Yeah, I'm actually grateful. I'm grateful for it. You know, it's definitely something that was a dream of mine, and we accomplished that. We didn't get the win that we wanted to tonight, but, you know, no matter what, we did something more than anything. We brought everybody out here to watch and witness. Just a greatness, yeah, really, greatness.
When I saw you walking through the corridor, I said, how are you? And you said, hey, I've got to take my losses like I take my wins.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have been in this position before, but you seem like a man who, obviously a little bit deflated, but understanding that that's
what
part
you
of
talking
life.
about?
And it's part
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about?
That's rubbish.
No, honestly, look, I look at it like this. It's a prime example. When life comes at you, it'll come at you in many ways, and you gotta treat it like a champ. That's it. You gotta treat it like a champ. Tell yourself, hey, it's okay. I learned from it, and I treat it like a champ every time. So, if you're going through hard times in your life, whether it's from any sports or academics or anything like that, it's okay. You're still a champ.
Throughout watching the fight week, a lot of people were saying that you were in Shakur's head.
Yeah.
It definitely seemed like that. Do you think maybe there was a chance that you maybe used up too much energy in the build up to the fight?
No, not at all. I think honestly, it's just the way things played out, the cards that were at hand. The dealer, you know, I was gambling, and the dealer didn't play my cards right. That's all.
Talk to me about the fight itself. Just what was it like in there? How come you didn't really feel like you could get into the rim?
A Beezy, you feel me? But nah, man, they'll say, he's pillow fist. He's pillow fist. Pillow fist.
Just your perspective on it.
Yeah, I think I was just honestly too focused on one particular objective, one particular thing, than really enjoying what I could see opening. You know, I was catching him a lot with the body shots a lot. So I think that was one of my effective arsenals that was getting him every time. But I think just more combinations, especially finish with left hooks and stuff. I did poorly on not listening to my team. That's on me. Take it on the chin. You know, my team did a phenomenal job. They had great guidelines. They had great instructions. I just didn't listen tonight.
I suppose now, obviously, you wouldn't have had a chance to watch it back or think about it back, but was there anything that surprised you about Shakur Stevenson in there?
No, nothing. Honestly, I knew about his jab. I honestly, I took myself out of the
He know about his jab.
I say just the distance. I was playing it too much to his game. That's all.
You could have fooled
the
me if
atmosphere
you knew
in
about
there,
his
special.
jab. It don't look like it.
Yeah.
Look like that was the first time you ever
doesn't
seen
matter
his
too
jab.
much now, but like I say, that
Oh no, it does matter. What you mean? This is Madison Square Garden. This is the home of the Knicks. This is the home of the Rangers, New York Rangers. This is the home of many historical people, including Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, and so on and so forth. So to be here, to do that, to be in this moment, whether you win or lose. I mean, Joe Frazier dropped Muhammad Ali here, in front of the whole world, in front of everybody at the Garden. So it happens.
Well, you mentioned that you're in the New York Knicks locker room here.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez, who grew up in New York, to even be in this position here, you'd be incredibly proud of yourself, right?
Yeah, this is an accomplishment within itself. Where do we take it now? We'll see. Right now, I think for me, it's more so of healing this cut and just getting back to the drawing boards. See where we go. See if I move up. See what we do next.
Do you give yourself time to reflect and appreciate how well you've done so far in your career?
No, not at all. I hate myself for it, but it's part of it. It's just part of the life.
You've got to appreciate it as well.
I don't appreciate it. That's why.
Right, yeah.
I don't. I think that I get butchered, and I think God punishes me a lot for it. So I'm just a punching bag to that. So one day I'll get, maybe one day, but not yet.
Hey, bro, it's a funny story I know about this shit, yo. If I told y'all think I was joking. Y'all think I was lying, bro. If I told y'all this story. Hey, man. Yeah, let me just say this, bro. Teofimo Lopez got rocked to sleep, y'all. I don't know if y'all ever heard him talk about his outside the ring habits, but he got a couple. He like to sit a little bit, yo. Somebody got him comfortable, got him, sipping, and got this dude to accept the fight that he probably didn't even want. It's crazy. I'm telling y'all, man, I wish I could say more. I'll just leave it alone. But, man, this dude basically, from what I understand, got finessed into taking his fight, yo. I'm telling y'all. Dude like to sit, man. He got comfortable, that liquid courage, man. Next thing you know, you want to fight. You like, all right, I'll fight him. Give me a contract. Send me an offer. Next thing you know, they got you in the trap. Kicking your ass. See you 6 rounds in. Eyes bleeding and shit, not landing none of your punches, looking over at Jay in the crowd like, man, you slick. You know what I mean? Because it was between that and turning down opportunity after opportunity to the point where you end up running into a landmine anyway, right? It's like you try to maneuver your career and your fights, and you end up running into somebody that you just didn't need to be in the ring with. I'm telling you. Shows you just how elite. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. This gets a game of chess, and he played with the best of them.
We appreciate you, though, brother.
No,
These guys appreciate you too.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just never got my fair share. I never did. Not once, man.
I never got my fair share.
Not once.
Cole got this man contemplating his career and said he hate himself. He not happy with his career. He don't appreciate his career. Like, I'm laughing, but this is wild.
But
bro.
hey, that's just my journey. I guess
God is punishing me. Nah, bro. He don't know who to blame it on. Was this the plan? Is it God? Is it you? Is it the game plan? Was it you not listening? Was it you playing too much of Shakur's game? Was it the fact that you talked about his jab but didn't really prepare for it? Yeah. Hey, cut. I'm down. Listen to me, bro. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, bro. I swear I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking, bro. Bro signed his dad. He signed that L. He signed up for that L. I that's why I bet on him, Marcus. That's why I bet on him. All jokes aside, that's why I bet on him. You know what I'm saying? Never fight Shakur. Remember. Hey. Hey man, look, I'm this might be a little reach, but look, you right, everything boxing. Remember, one of the excuses, remember he said it? Remember he said, I don't want to be the one, I don't want to be the first one to mess up Jay Prince's money. Remember he said that? Remember he said that shit? Jay said, really? We heard that shit. He said, oh, really? Mess up my money. Okay, bet. Get Teo to the crib, man. Get him sauced up, man. Hey, Teo, what you think about fighting Shakur? What, man? I'll fight him. I could beat him. All he got is a jab. Get past his jab. He lunch food. Remember all that shit he was saying? Man, yo. Got his ass kicked. Got that man sauced up and beat up.
I just never took on Baphomet, so I just got to keep it moving.
Final message to those fans and supporters of yours who've always stayed by you.
To all you guys, man, honestly, I appreciate you guys more than anything. Don't ever quit on the takeover. We'll be back in some way, some form.
Bro, you don't even sound confident, man. You sound like you gave up on yourself right here. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's right after the fight, so the emotion's still probably like you probably dejected from the loss, but bro, you sound like you contemplate retirement right here, man. We'll be back some way, somehow, you know, maybe. Yeah, but God's crazy word, lack of accountability. That's the problem. Yeah, it's that. You remember that shit? He said Shakur was still an amateur that hadn't gotten any better since 126. Facts, he said that. Facts. He was talking crazy. He was selling that shit. He was selling it. He was selling a good one. Yeah, man. I'm trying. Hey, BZ, I think I'm playing my guy. Let me know. Look. They rocked Teo to sleep, put it that way. Beat his ass. Rocked him to sleep.
And nevertheless, God is still real, and I think you guys all know that. You just gotta fight harder. Tonight I didn't fight too hard, so we got the decision that we got. But for everybody, I pray and hope that you all still support me after all this.
I just want to say myself personally, just quickly before I do wrap this up. Like I said at the start, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I think it says a lot about a man to still sit here in the position that you're in now. So I think credit to you, and I think you've got to give yourself a little bit more respect, because that says a lot about a human being.
We've been sorry now.
No, thank you.
Yo. You know what's crazy to me? Like, you will never hear me say Tank can't beat Shakur or anybody that he can get in the ring with, for that matter. But he just got to be willing to do it first. You gotta get in the ring with him first. That's all I'll say, man. He can beat. Tank has the opportunity to beat anybody he gets in the ring with, and I think he has a really good chance. A focused Tank is a dangerous Tank. But a guy that's losing 1 out of every 10 to 1 out of every 14 rounds, getting in the ring with a guy with a low punch output that gives up early rounds, and he's a master at winning and controlling distance and rounds, has a really good chance of winning as well. I'm just a fair guy. A guy that got fight changing, fight ending power is always going to have a chance at beating somebody, as well as he got, high level boxing ability. So Tank is the apex predator, as I like to call him. He really is. But that fight is a fight that either guy could win, and they both got to be on their game to win it. That's a fight that if Shakur's not focused, he could lose, and if Tank ain't focused, he definitely could lose. But Shakur just look more locked in at this point, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Just he more focused on the boxing, it seemed like, with less distractions, which is allowing him, I think, to get the most and the best out of himself. Tank is a guy I hope he'll be back sooner or later. I'm hearing some noise about 140, so we'll see. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know where the Boots thing came in, because Boots had 54. Think about Teo. I'll tell you this, though, a little funny story, though. Shakur sparred Boots. Just know that. You know what I'm saying? A little funny story, man. You know what I'm saying? He sparred Boots. I should find the story, his Wally Moses talking about it. Crazy thing about it is Teo talk about Shakur jab. He couldn't even stop it out. Had no answers to it. This is how you know how special of a fighter Shakur really is. And when you say what he got, it's like when they say it's defense, it ain't really defense, but then they get in the ring and you see just how good it is. Remember, Tio was saying it. We're gonna see if his defense is really defense. If it's really good, like and you've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Tank got a chance to beat anybody. I'll never be so blind of a fan that I think it's only one way. That's a two-way street. A lot of fans don't like to acknowledge it because people do feel that way. They feel like once you say can't, you already lost me with that. If you say he won't beat him, it's different than saying he can't do it, right? If you say if they fight, I don't feel like he won't beat him. They fight, that's cool. I ain't mad. But to say he can't do it, a man is smart enough to beat anybody he's in front of, in my opinion. But the same thing goes for Tank. See, I'm just not a super fan. I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? That dude could separate you from your senses and make it a bad night in the office for you. You know what I'm saying? He really could. And it could come at the drop of a hat. But we all know that, hoping to land that against Shakur could be dangerous, man. So, but shout out to him, though, man.
I don't mean to down it. It's just I grew up. I grew up with always. I grew up hard. I grew up hard, tough. So I'm always hard on myself because of it. Yeah. But it's nothing to take away from the fact that I am in a good position to be here and take it on the chin like a true champ that we are.
Teofimo Lopez, thank you very much.
Man.
Thank you, guys.
Teofimo Lopez, dog. Know what I'm saying? Who might get a shot at Lindolfo Delgado, which, look, I think it's a cool fight. It's not a bad fight. People might complain, why is he getting a shot at the title? He just lost. I ain't tripping on none of that. Look, Lindolfo could box, but he could be inconsistent at times. He do got a good trainer. I believe Robert Garcia trains him, if I'm not mistaken. But he has these lows in the fight that puts him behind the 8 ball to a degree. He's had a couple of close calls, and I think he's got a gift or two, respectfully, with fights where he probably shouldn't have got that nod, but he did. Well, I think him and Teo, this is a good matchup. It's a good matchup right here. Less distractions, got more dedicated. Yeah, you know what I think low key Marcus could be one of his legs up in the game, his cheat code, his family oriented dude. He got a solid partner that's rocking with him. And, he got his daughter. That shit, there's a lot of motivation in that, and I think it keeps him grounded and pushing. You know what I'm saying? And he hungry. And he actually is at a point where I think he loved the sport. So he able to get the best and the most out of himself each and every time out. He put the work in. He's damn good at preparing. Earl body was chiseled like Samson. Didn't recognize until he was signing autographs. Shout out to EJ. That Garcia versus Ben might really be the fight. Tank told the WBA he's going to fight at 140 before defending his 35 belt. And they probably said, okay, no problem, Tank, whatever you want to do. You the money, you the man. Whatever you say, go. But this is a cool fight for Tio, man. Lindolfo could potentially be playing spoiler. This is Tio, like I said, coming off a humiliating loss, I guess, right? Embarrassing loss to Shakur Stevenson, getting pretty much outboxed every single round. Landed only 15%, missing on 85% of everything you threw. Tio should be hungry and motivated to win. And if the weight class is not really the issue, then he should be able to do well up here. In this fight, he should. Lindolfo can box pretty well. I think Tio can get over on him with some of his athleticism. BJ, what it do, homie? Man, yo. Duck about to lose and get violated by Dwarte. Who about to get violated by Dwarte? When did Dwarte become this guy that people like? Who did Dwarte beat that got y'all with so much confidence in him? Not saying he's not good and none of that, but who did he beat? Like, what is it about, couldn't be man enough to admit it. Man, who he talking about? Hitchins? Who he talking about? T.O.? I don't know who he talking about. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, y'all. We're going to build for a few more minutes before we get out of here, man. I think this is a solid fight, though, if it happens, man. T.O. got to, this would be like a crossroads fight for him, low-key. Because, you know, it's one thing to lose, but when you got multiple losses and then when you losing back-to-back, that shit hit different. It's another opportunity at the title. One, it's a fight that I think he could win. I think he could beat a Lindolfo Delgado. I really do. He don't got nothing special that jump out about him. It's a good sound boxer that has lows in the fights. Tends to drop off in his output and stuff like that. And he fights like sometimes with no sense of urgency. Like he just like going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? I've seen multiple of his fights and I've seen him do it multiple times. Them Schofields, man. Yo, them dudes is what do you think about Wilder versus Joshua? I think if they gonna make the fight at all, make it now. You gonna make the fight at all, make it now. And then now would be the time. Now would be the time to make the fight between them two. You get what I'm saying? And whoever lands first wins. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, because they both can punch. And I think it's at the point where if either one of them land clean, flush on each other, they can knock one another out. You know what I'm saying? I'm always root for Wilder. I wouldn't be against it. I watch it right now. I watch them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, the thing is, Damon, when you make that money like that, them rules apply differently. They apply them differently, and they be more willing to bend them. They be more lenient with the fighter. And that's what you're saying with Tank, because it's a business and it makes money. So maybe they being understanding of his outside the ring activity or situation, legal issues, and they ain't trying to strip him because of the money that he brings when he fights. So maybe they'll allow him to fight at 140, being that he's been inactive. And maybe that's his ideal of easing back down to 135. Maybe he don't want to just move back down there. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know about the Schofields, man. I don't believe in them. The fact that you don't hear Papa Schofield saying nothing about you don't hear Papa Schofield saying nothing about that. Well, you hear him talking about wanting to fight Tank, but I meant to say Oscar, not Papa Schofield. You don't hear Oscar talking about them fighting no Gervonta Davis, bro. He didn't want you to fight Shakur. To me, he ain't gonna want you to fight Tank. He don't want you to fight challenges that's that dangerous. He don't want you to take those kind of risks right now. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirk. How you feeling? You already know, Vince. All good, man. It's all good. We wrapping up. We toward the end. We're gonna cook for a little bit more. Shout out to Mike, but yeah, man. You just don't hear from Oscar. You don't hear from Oscar. Yeah, Kid Austin, he young and eager, man. I think he'll fight, but I don't think it's all up to him. I think it's a lot of what he do is them making the moves. I think he just prepare and get ready. He say yes or no, but I don't think he whining about who he fighting. You know what I mean? They is talking about being number one and the mandatory, all that stuff. But bro, they just got out of the ring with Tevin Farmer, right? They stopped Tevin Farmer in one round. They get some type of wrist injury. I said they got bit by bed bugs. You know what I'm saying? They pulled out the Jojo Diaz fight. Jojo ends up fighting Regis. Almost stopped Regis, right? That was a crazy fight. And then they inactive. You think they're gonna go from Tevin Farmer to Tank? Like seriously though, that's the shit that made me mad with them. I get it. What y'all saying? Y'all ranked, mandated, but be realistic with the fans. Stop just saying anything. On one end, he'll be saying, hopefully you can fight Lucas Body or somebody like that, Lucas Body. And then next thing you know, Tank, first they strip him, then they don't strip him, they give him his belt back. We're gonna, we gonna petition it. Man, shut up. You're not fighting Tank. I just wish they'd never say that again. Bro, we probably never ever see Gervonta Davis knock out Kid Austin. I know a lot of us would enjoy it, you know what I mean, and not to no shot at Kid Austin. No slight to him, but people probably want to see him get stopped. We probably never get to see that. There's no incentive there. Why would Tank fight Kid Austin because of what? Why? Because they're going to mandate it? Sure. I believe it when I actually see them line it up, agree to a date, and step in the ring, bro. Ring walks and shit. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. We probably never, ever see that, ever, in boxing. You never see no Tank gonna punch that little dude out the ring somewhere. I don't care what his father say. He off a layoff, off inactivity, off a draw, off taking a knee, off all that, off legal battles. Tank could get right up in there and punch Youngin out the ring somewhere. I'm telling you. He too eager. He overly aggressive. He load up too much. He switched for no reason, with no rhyme or reason why he doing it. He don't have the experience nor the pedigree, I think, to compete with Tank Davis to the point where he can actually beat him. Could he make it an interesting fight? Absolutely, because of Tank's style, allow people to work themselves into a fight. He get in rhythm, but Tank one of the best at setting traps. Great counter puncher. He got a lot of experience, more experience than people give him credit for. He mess around and end that dude's career, bro. You think Oscar De La Hoya want to make Kid Austin versus Tank Davis next? But they'll sit there with a straight face with them dreads in that forehead talking about, yeah, you know, we gonna fight Tank Davis. Are they gonna get out the way? Are they gonna vacate? Are they gonna strip him? Nah, they're not doing none of that. Tank is the cash cow. They not doing none of that for you. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the love, man. He said for the grind. Appreciate you, family. Always supporting the grind. Kid also wouldn't fight no Tank. Look at what he did with Corey. Yeah, that shit wasn't all on his dad. He had to agree with it too. Yeah, he a grown man. Tried to give him an out, but he a grown man. Boy, what it do? Yeah, I think he was made champion in recess, and they never really pulled the plug on that. So I don't think they ever really officially stripped Tank. He not. TT Sco know they not getting that fight. Papa Schofield know they not getting that fight. They know damn well they not getting that fight. Ain't no Tank Davis fight. No, man, that shit, damn. And I just wish they'd keep it real. I get it, but y'all not getting them. Y'all not getting no fight with him. That man, I think he'd really vacate the title before he fight that dude. Yeah, it is. It is, Marcus. It's a lot. It's a nice amount of people too that believe he'll beat him. It is. You'll be surprised, man. It's people that think it, but nah, man. I just think right now, Kid Austin's opponent is gonna be. I think they're gonna focus on making sure that it's around his skill and experience level. I think some of these names and these champions that we throw out there, they don't fit the bill. I think Tank is too much of a jump up. Respectfully, Kid is working. He's working his way up, bro. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing, and I respect him for it. I just wish they wouldn't have did that shit with the Shakur fight. And again, prayers to you and blessings to you if you was really sick and poisoned, but your dad set the table with some bogus lies, so he made it really hard to believe y'all's story. But look, I have nothing against Kid. I'll watch him. I'll support him. Ain't nothing personal with his dad. I'm just going to joke a little bit when it comes to his dad, but he full of it. He really is. I just don't think. Hopefully they fight a Lucas Body. Fight him. That's realistic to me. That's realistic. That seemed like something that they could really make happen. But it seemed like every time you fight somebody that you would want to see him fight, it don't happen. I mean, Tevin Farmer happened, but he called him cold, so that fight wasn't the kind of fight we wanted to see at all. Yeah. And Leonard Ellaby will be correct, bro. To me, it just seemed like that man moved to the beat of his own drum, respectfully, Tank Davis. That's what it seemed like to me. And there ain't no making him do nothing. I ain't saying rules don't apply to him, but I don't think he care. I don't think he care. Really don't think he care. I really don't think he care. But yeah, man, I don't see it for Kid, bro. I don't. Oscar not throwing that man to the wolves like that. His dad might talk it, but Oscar is not trying to do it. I think he gonna always come in and step in. And if you've seen it in the past, when he promotes you, he weighs in heavily on who you fight. To me, Oscar. So, nah. Couple last, he petitioned the WBA. That's cool. I ain't mad at it, but it's just, them politics of boxing is a nasty place. It's like they don't give a damn. They care. Follow the money. That's all I say. If it don't work out for him, whatever he trying to do, is you petitioning to fight for the belt or for the fight? I don't know what he doing. I don't even feed into it when he say that stuff because it be smoke and mirrors. They probably low-key know who they about to fight, and they sitting there acting like it's Tank. That's the shit that be annoying me with them. Play these last couple clips, man. Something I seen from Scooter Davis, man, that I like, man, that I know y'all, man. He's speaking like a real young warrior, man. I like his energy in this clip right here.
Did you knock one of your mans out for the right price?
Hell. You not, if I go broke, is my man go?
Bro, starting that clip off that way is crazy. Would you knock one of your mans out? Youngin said, hell yeah. What you mean? Like, he was on bullshit. He don't care. SP was good, homie. Look, Scooter, hell yeah.
Could you knock one of your mans out for the right price?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
What you mean?
What you mean?
Damn.
You not, if I go broke, is my man gonna pay my bills?
Hey, Mike, but that's your man.
No. That's not how that go. That ain't how that go. They lying to you. That's how dude, that be the dude that be standing you want to wear your chains and all that stuff. But for real, when they go down, you go broke, they is not about to pay that tab. I don't have, and me with box, I ain't got no friends. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have no personal friends at all in boxing?
Not really, like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? When it come to this fighting game, like, bro, it's me or you, bro. I gotta feed my family, bro. You away. So, regardless, that money right, that check right, yeah, let's get it on. I'll see you after. I pray that you make it out safe out here, because I'm gonna try to punch through you. But after this, we good. We can dap up and we good.
We can dap up and we good.
Yeah, but nah, I'm not gonna be like, nah, I ain't gonna fight you, because, yeah, you not, no.
Yeah, you my man. Like, nah, it ain't that deep with no.
Man, bro said he'd knock his mans out for the right price. You heard how he explained? He said, yeah, I hope everything good. I hope you make it out, man, because, I'm going to try to punch through you. Nah, this shit is funny, man. Shout out to Scooter Davis, man, for this energy, because I get it. This is at a time where a lot of fighters are saying ain't no friends in boxing. Shakur and Keyshawn, I think, is one of the number one fights that come to mind when people think of friends not fighting each other. And literally under this post, you can see people asking about Shakur fighting Keyshawn. You could literally see it under the post on Instagram. But look, I think it's different, bro. And I can't stress this enough. Everybody that's have compared their relationship that they have with people to what Shakur and Keyshawn got, I think have missed the mark by miles. I don't think it's remotely close. Maybe I'm bugging, but I don't think it's remotely close. I don't think it's the same as what I'm saying. So when I heard Keyshawn say that this dude is the reason his career started and shit like that, I don't see that fight ever happening. Flossie was good with it, bro. I don't see Flossie here. Where you at? I don't know what side you on, man. I don't see what's good. What's good, bro? I don't see you. Bro got a career as a debt collector after boxing. I'm telling you, he's sending flowers to your hospital room. Bro, Savage Mind, what's good with it? Bro said, man, I'm beating everybody. I'm knocking my best friend out for the right price, bro. I'm beating up everybody, bro. You hear me? I'm beating everybody's ass. But yeah, like I said, that's a different, I think the dynamic to their friendship is different. I think if somebody feels like their brother is responsible for putting them on and putting them in position, and they grateful for that, I don't think they want to ever put hands on it. It's like people will say don't bite the hand that feeds you, and in so many ways that's you could apply that there, right? Why would you want to fight the guy that puts you in position, right? This ain't no fucking Rocky movie. Like, y'all watch too many movies, man. Like I said, you just don't get a lot of real shit in boxing, and I think that's why when people hear the way they rock with each other, it's hard for them to grasp or wrap their head around it. Because if you listen to most people talk, like even listen to Scooter, he feels totally different. He don't got no friends like that. Like, but you ain't got nobody that, But at the same token, I'll say this. At the same token, he's saying that, but they not going to ask for him to fight Tank Davis. Would they ask him to fight Tank? He start winning fights. He win a belt. You think they ask him to fight Tank? Hell no. Hell no. They won't ask. They won't ask for that shit. So I think his position in the sport is different, right? That's a fight they never gonna ask for, and I don't think he got that kind of connection from what I'm hearing. But I love the attitude though. Because he said, man, I knock, hell yeah. What you mean? He'll knock his friend.
Could you knock one of your mans out for the right price?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
What you mean?
Damn.
You not, if I go broke, is my man gonna pay my bills?
Hey, nice, bro. That's your man.
No.
That's
not how that go.
That
ain't how that go. They lying. They lying to you. That's how dude. That be the dudes that be standing you want to wear your chains and all that stuff. But for real, when they go down, you go broke. They is not about to pay that tab. I don't have me with box. I ain't got no friends. Like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have no personal friends at all in boxing?
Not really, like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? When it come to this fighting game, like, bro, it's me or you, bro. I gotta feed my family, bro. You in the way. So, regardless, that money right, that check right, yeah, let's get it on. I'll see you after. I pray that you make it out safe out here, because I'm gonna try to punch through you. But after this, we good. We can dap up and we good.
We can dap up and we good.
Yeah, but nah, I'm not gonna be like, nah, I ain't gonna fight you, because, yeah, you not, no.
Yeah, you my man. Like, nah, it ain't that deep with no.
Yeah, I like Scooter, man. He definitely somebody to watch, keep an eye on. I like him. The first thing I thought when I seen him fight was he just got a pro style. Got a pro style. I think he's coachable, so that makes him better than a lot of young guys. Like being coachable, I think can be priceless in a fighter's career, especially a young fighter coming up and still learning the game. Somebody like him, I think that shit could be priceless, man. And I like the fact that he's somebody that appears to be coachable, and he already got a pro style, so his transition from an amateur to a pro wasn't tough at all. You know what I'm saying? He was able to make that transition pretty smooth. But yeah, man, he definitely wanted to watch. Definitely wanted to watch. And lastly, man, I wanted to put, well, you know what? I got two more clips, I think, man. I think I got two more. Got one with Michaela, one with Eddie Hearn talking about a potential fight between Bam and NUA. It's a good fight, man. Shark man. Yeah, that's him.
There has some early preliminary conversations with His Excellency about Inoue against Bam. And I do think that fight is inevitable. I don't think it's going to be necessarily straight after the Vargas fight, but it could be as quick as in the next 2 or 3 fights. It's probably one of the biggest fights in boxing. It's one that Bam likes the idea of. But first things first, the 3rd Division Championship on June 13th.
So look, if Bam ever gets in the ring with with Monster Inoue, that's crazy in and of itself. 2 to 3 fights, you never know. It's hard to predict the future. I know Inoue said something about his last weight class being 126. I know Bam is talking about moving up, I believe, to, is he talking about moving up to 22 or something like that? So I don't know. It's a little bit of weight in between them two. I don't know if 2 or 3 fights that fight had happened, but Bam, to me, man, is really a special young fighter, bro. He a beast. Think he'll fight whoever. I mean, he taking on all the challenges. He's snatching up the accolades. That's one of the guys to a degree that don't get talked about enough, man. Sky's the limit with Bam, man. The dude them broken jaws. He knock out the guys that never been knocked out. He beat up undefeated champions. Like you supposed to be a test for him, and he just beat your ass. Like he different, bro. Bam Rodriguez is one of them ones. Rob, what's good with it, homie? How you feeling? One thing I'll say about him is his skill set. He got a chance to beat whoever. Got him beating Junto and Inoue. Yo, I'm telling you, because he's crafty and skillful enough to be able to pull it off, I believe. Monster Inoue is so he's been winning for so long. I believe he's like so good, like, and in his mind, you gotta show him you could beat him. So it's not a detriment to him. It's like an advantage for him. Like you gotta show Monster you can beat him, right? You gotta teach him he can be beat. He just don't. He get in there and man, that dude fight with confidence that you just don't always see in every single fight. He don't give a damn who it is, who he in front of. Even when he got dropped and spun around by Luis Neri, look how he got up and approached the rest of the fight. He different. Monster is a monster. He's a little monster. That dude is a dog, man. So he's dangerous for anybody because he can box with that punching power. But I believe Bam got some wrinkles to his game that could make things interesting. Will he beat him outright? I don't know. Monster anyway is a dog, and Bam will be having to come up. So I don't know, but skill for skill, Bam could definitely hold his own, no doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. He says just the Texas area. You shout out to Rob, man. Man, but I think it's possible though. Nail don't need no turkey to make that fight. What strings are attached when you're a Riyadh ambassador? Have you decided if you're doing the Inoue versus Nakatani fight? Came down at 4 a.m. Eastern. I've done Inoue fights before, Damon. I've got up early in the morning and called his fights. Yo, you'd be surprised, Damon, sometimes at how many people be up that early. It's crazy. And they like Monster Inoue got a fan base, bro. They really like. You'll see names and people that you've never seen before because it's an Inoue fight. Somebody else recently I called a fight. It was somebody else. It wasn't even a crazy big name. It was just like somebody that had a loyal fan base from like one of them countries, man. I forget who the fighter was. Like I called, and it was a wild time early in the morning. Yo, so many people was coming through asking, did they miss the fight from the dude? I'm like, damn, like these people, you'll be surprised at who got a fan base in boxing, bro, if you really pay attention. It's crazy. But that fight so good of a fight, bro. I might not have no choice, bro. And shit, it might call me to call it. You feel me? Might have to call it. Inoue and Junto. I don't know who to pick for that fight, man. I just want to watch some more film on both of them. I know the mistakes they make. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna say Monster, bro. I'm gonna say Monster. Junto be getting touched, bro. He be getting touched. I know Monster get touched, but Junto be getting his shit rocked a little bit, man. He be getting touched. And I think Monster is the bigger puncher out of the two. I don't care about how many knockouts Junto got. I think Monster is the more legit puncher out of them two. Early afternoon in Europe, and they tune into the Monster. That's where, yeah, shout out to Bruce Gas, man. He says early afternoon in Europe, and they tune into the Monster. That's dope. Yeah, man, over here it be 4 a.m. in the morning and shit. We be up 4 in the morning trying to call Monster anyway. You need a cup of coffee with his fight. I ain't gonna lie. You need a damn Dunkin' Donuts run or, you know, Starbucks. You need a coffee run for them Inoue fights. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Cool Boy. Well, I called that one. I believe I did. I think I did. I think I called Cool Boy. I called a few of his fights though. They on the channel. I know for a fact that, but his people get up for him. His people really get up and watch that dude, and it be packed out there. He really a rock star where he from. That's why when P said Bruce Gas said a little line of crank. Damn. He said I got work that day. I'm coming in late. He said I had coffee and smoke. I was watching Cool Boy get packed up. Yeah, Cool Boy, my guy, I hated seeing him lose like that. We fight all night TV. What it do, homie? Everybody in the building, hit the like button, sub to the channel, support the build. We wrapping up, man. We gonna get to the 3-hour mark, man. Now I'm just saying, cause they be having a lot of people up there on them cards that you don't be knowing, bro. You be like, man, who this, man? Jensen Saki is making a comeback on that card as well. That's what's up. His little sister just fought Alicia Baumgartner. That's who she looked like. She like Jensen Saki and Inoue had a baby. I swear she do. Is it just me, or did that Bo Shin chick look like Jensen Saki and Monster Inoue combined? Or am I reaching? Is it just me? Is it my 4 eyes, bro? Because that's what I've seen. She was out here looking like Jensen Saki and Monster Inoue together, bro. And speaking of that Alicia fight, man, real quick, I wanted to play something that I seen from I think this was Michaela Mayer talking about her fight.
And it fell off. And it was three 3-minute round fights, but I've always said it, not everyone can handle 3-minute rounds, and I don't personally think that she's a 3-minute round fighter. 4 rounds she was strong, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, that's like 12 minutes into a regular fight, so maybe she's an 2-minute round fighter, I don't know, but wasn't impressed with the work rate, and Obviously, I think she's a better fighter than Shin. I don't really think Shin had anything for her. You know, not very good defense, not enough offense when it came to closing that space and getting in on her. But what Baumgartner did throw was good. The first 5 rounds, pretty good. Down. I don't know why. I don't know why she tends to shut down. She talks about wanting these super fights, you know, and there's not many. When you come across a rival in boxing, especially women's boxing, like you gotta run with it. And you know, I know she wants the super fights, and to her, I guess that's only Katie or Serrano. But I mean, she's got a big super fight sitting here on the table that she's losing out on with me, the rematch with me. And I know I've gone up in weight, but I've told her that I've mentioned that I would meet her down at 140, and I think that if you want to be a part of big super fights, hello, you can't sleep on this one.
Look, I like what Michaela was saying there, man. Reef, you a fool, man. American boxing fans, now they do be mad. I like it because think about it. The reason why I never complained about them having to fight over here, I've mentioned it, like I wouldn't mind seeing NUA fight over here a little more consistently, but I get it. When you're a rock star where you from, why would you leave? They treat you like a king where you from. Why would you leave? Like he packing them people out. They coming to watch Monster over there, bro. You don't gotta worry about selling over here. Like he's one guy that clearly don't care about what people care about. Monster NUA don't care about speaking no English. He gonna have a translator to the day, hang it up. He ain't trying to cross over, be a crossover star. Like he a star where he at. And I think if a lot of us was in those same shoes, we probably wouldn't care the same way he would. And like, think about it. Over here in we over here in the States, we feel like we the shit, right? And I'm pretty sure where they at, he probably feel like, yo, we the shit over here. So you got to think about it. Put yourself in his shoes and say, if you was from where he was from, you probably feel just like he felt. Especially when you reach the level that he reached. Like, think about it. We got a 5'5" dude and they call him Monster. Do you know what kind of beast you got to be? I think for that to even make sense and not to be some type of like, I don't know, oxymoron. Like he really is a little guy, but he's a monster though. He really is. Like he a rock star, man. I like Monster anyway, and I ain't about to get into no fake hand wrap drama. Look, I get it. They let them wrap their hands a certain way. I say if this is against the rules, they got to do something about it. But I think Monster be putting belt to people's ass, bro. He fight with a confidence that, like I said earlier, that you don't see everybody fight with. Like he fight like he know he gonna beat your ass. There's a select few of fighters, a special breed, a rare breed of fighter that approaches every fight that way. Like they know they gonna beat you, and it's not gonna work to their detriment where they like overlooking you. Nah, they're motivated, they're prepared, and they're confident to go out there and execute and get it done, man. Monster is a dog. I'm talking about name. He said right. Oh yeah. What's the name? I got Monster, bro. I got Monster beating him. I got Monster beating Junto. Not gonna lie. Got him beating Junto. I seen Junto get touched by some mediocre opposition, I would say, man, or some less than stellar opposition, and I don't know, man. You don't. Monster is Tank over there where he at, bro. Like, I know you just want to force it. You want to talk about your boyfriend, but Monster is Tank where he at, if that makes sense to you. He like that. He moves the needle. He's the viral sensation where he from. He like Godzilla over there, bro. Seriously. Like, they love that dude over there. They love some damn Monster anyway, bro. They love Monster anyway over there where he at, B. They do. They love that dude. I'm telling you, they love them some damn Monster anyway, bro. I'm telling you, bro, why would he leave? Why would he leave? And he packing the arenas, bro. Packing them arena. You see how he be packing them people out, bro? You see that attendance out there? That should be crazy. And anyway, get touched by some pro box dudes. Yeah, you don't watch boxing that much, do you? NUA don't be fighting. What the hell do NUA and pro box got? What? Yeah, I'm gonna just do by the move for Tank. Yeah. Right now, he's standing right now with his chest poked out busting out his shirt with his I Love Gervonta shirt. I Love Gervonta Tank Davis shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Busting out the shirt. That boy loved him some Tank, boy. What you gonna do when Tank retire, fam? Like, you gonna be sick as hell, bro. I know you suffering that he on the sideline. You can't stand the thought of him being on the sideline, bro. Not your Tank, huh? Not your Tank. boy will bring Tank up for anything, bro. Like, you could be talking about rap, yo. You could be talking about rap. Dude would be like, Tank could knock him out. Tank could knock him out. Not my Tank. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta get the video. Hold on, bro. I gotta get the video, man. Y'all hit the like button, man. Boy, he had it. Hey, boy. He seen that draw. He seen boy on damn near had a heart attack. He seen Tank take a knee. He probably, almost broke the TV. Hey, yo, bro, man. He lucky. Certain stuff I won't joke about when it come to Tank. Like, I ain't gonna joke about the legal stuff, but bro, you probably seen that video and probably said it was AI. He the one, he seen the Tank video come out and said it was AI. He said it. He was one of them. It's AI. It's not really him. How do we know it's him? We don't have no audio. That was him. Oh my God, man. Hold on, let me find it. That man got his shirt, his I Love Gervonta Tank Davis shirt busting out the frame, bro. That me some Tank. Boy, that boy gonna get it in about Tank, bro. He crashed out about him. Not about my Tank. Where that video where Tank was just singing at, yo, bro. Where's the video? That shit funny. Tank a fool, man. There it go. There you go. Hey, Shakur say what anyway. Yo, that's not gonna work, bro. We ain't talking about Shakur right now. Let the fastest 4-division champion in the history of the sport chill for the day, man. Know what I'm saying? Y'all hate on them all any other day. We gonna let Core chill, man. All I gotta say about anybody that got smoked for Core, I swear, if any boxing fan and you got a favorite fighter, tell your favorite fighter to fight him. That's all. and bet that your favorite fighter can beat them if they actually fight too. I want to see this shit. I've been saying this shit for years, man. That's the only thing about Shakur that I ain't capitalized on is cashing in on all these victories with people hating every single year. Every time they hate, he go beat somebody up. They go move the goalpost to some more hating shit. That boy miss him some Tank. He's not my Tank. Nah, I ain't got no damn Shakur shirt. See, but look, hey, this is the difference between me and you. Why it don't work. I don't force the conversation to be about Shakur. Still to this day, 4 years I've been here, bro. Not one person could point out what I'm biased about when it comes to him and what I don't keep it real about. And furthermore, what I've been wrong about when it came to Shakur. I've been right about everything, yo. Like literally everything. They've really been wrong. So it's like it's getting to the point I'm feeling like my guy Dean. I'm feeling like guys owe me an apology nowadays, B. Dudes owe me an apology, man. He got this. This is his screensaver right here. This is screensaver right here, bro. This is his screensaver. He got this on his screensaver on his phone with heart eyes on Tank, bro. I'm telling you, man. I don't think there's no bigger Tank fan than that dude, bro. Listen to me. Every single time he comes in here, he's talking about Tank for no reason whatsoever. I have never seen anything like it, bro. You gotta literally, bro. You gotta go meet him in person. Y'all know that's your hero, bro. And I guarantee, listen, he loved Tank like this. He loved Tank so much, he probably don't even buy his pay-per-views. He loved Tank so much, he ain't been to none of his fights. See the difference between my jokes and why your jokes don't work? I interviewed him. I talked to Shakur. I chopped it up with him. We got over an hour-long build on the channel. Like, it's different. I don't just bring him up for no reason. Like, I have a reason to bring him up. Like, you see how you hate to try to get me to talk about him? Like, y'all literally, all y'all Shakur Stevenson haters, y'all need to get together and throw a party, bro, because y'all literally propelled that man into stardom, right? You could say he ain't a superstar, but he one of the most talked about fighters in the world, and he's one of the most successful and winning fighters in the world. So no, there's no way you could get rid of him. Your favorite fighter don't want to fight him. You get what I'm saying? You can't find nobody to beat him. Shit ain't the same, man. Shit ain't the same, bro. Shit ain't the same. Nah, no, he don't. Nuh-uh. No, I will not let you do that to my good brother KO. Shout out to KO. KO is an intelligent guy, though. He's intelligent with his boxing knowledge. You can say you disagree with his talking points all you want. I'm telling you right now, and shout out to him. I respect him the same way he respects what I do, no matter how different we see things. That's one of the smartest dudes, in my opinion, that I've listened to talk boxing in this space. KO, knockout. Shout out to my guy KO, man. But nah, I get it. He love him some Tank. You can say that. But he's a lot more logical and realistic. Get what I'm saying? He don't just get up there and force the conversation to be about him for no reason. Like, you'll never see him in somebody else's chat typing about Tank every single day, bro. I can't do him like that. I can't. You get me? I ain't saying you got to agree. And I ain't saying everything he's saying is 100%. But nah, you can't put him on a level with that dude. That's way different. At least he actually got a channel, and it makes sense for him to talk about the fighter. This dude, bro, we could be talking about women's volleyball. He gonna be like, man, Tank a spike on her, man, knock her out. I'm telling you. This picture is on his screensaver, man. Hey, bro, we gonna put this GoFundMe together, bro, and we gonna make sure that you can watch Tank, bro. All right. We going next pay-per-view that Tank on, next fight, y'all. I'm gonna buy it for you, bro. I'm gonna make sure that I know you can watch Tank, bro, so you don't lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Get this GoFundMe together. We're gonna pay for the next Tank pay-per-view for you, or even get you a ticket to go to meet him in person, bro. You probably a faint. You probably pass out like the women did when they used to meet Michael Jackson. I know why he ain't been to no Tank fight. He might pass out. He gonna be like watching Michael, man. You go there to see the show, pass out, don't even see the fight. You just wake up in the ambulance. What happened? Tank fought, man. He knocked him out. You pass out when you see Tank, bro. Telling you probably be blushing and everything, man. Newsflash, bro. He don't play. Y'all don't play. Y'all don't know. He don't play that funny shit, bro. Man, yo. He said there was residue or a dust particle in Tank. He wasn't. He got it, yo, bro. You got it, yo. Bro said it was a dust particle in his eye, bro. Hell nah, bro. Bro, this is how, listen to this. Listen to this, bro. Listen to this, man. Nah, listen. I think, you know, in this space, listen, you got people that could approach it from an arrogant standpoint. And I'm not going to never tell you I agree with 100% of nobody. I don't watch people based on if I agree with them. I watch them based on if I think you kicking some real shit. I do. Nah, I support people how they rock with me. You rock with me, I rock with you. I see what he brings to the space. You know what I mean? He wanted to Tank guys, but see, he could actually make a case for him, right? With intelligent boxing conversation. This guy is just going, hey, Mike Kirkle, he need to meet him in person. He gonna pass out, bro. Tank gonna sign autograph. We got somebody get him the autograph Tank glove, man. I already know, man. KO don't care about people disagreeing with him, man. You know what it is. I'm just not an agree or disagree person, though. I don't watch people based on agreeing and disagreeing. If I feel like you bringing something real to the space with the conversation, I could be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? There was a Tank fan. I don't think he's a group. I don't think it's that. Nah, this dude right here, this dude got a picture of Tank under his pillow. I swear he do. Telling you got Tank pajamas, curtains. his laptop, his desktop screensaver got Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. They got this picture on it, singing and shit. Yeah, he bring logic with it. So anybody could be disagreed with. Anybody, myself included, anybody, but at least he brings logic to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just talking like, just a super fanned out. You get what I'm saying? And I know some people might see it differently, but for me, nah, these dudes be like super fanning for this dude, man. Shout out to my dog, Pooh the Kid, man. He said, salute my G, listening in on the cook, man. You always supporting in the Cash App. Shout out to Pooh, man. Appreciate you, man. I thought I was going to be off by this time, but he kept me on a little bit longer, bro. Kept me on a little bit longer. Shout out to my dog, Pooh the Kid, man. Appreciate the love as always. You can't make this shit up, bro. Here, bro was singing. He got this video on repeat on his laptop right now on his tablet, bro. He got a tablet with this video on repeat. He's singing the hell out this song. His chest out, ripping out his shirt and shit, rubbing on his chest, singing his shirt. I just want to let you know, hey, bro, Tank ain't singing to you in this video, right? He not singing to you, man. He not singing to you on this video, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get you don't get it, Boxing Bill. I'm from Jersey, bro. You not from Baltimore. You ain't never had a conversation with Tank. You get what I'm saying? Like, at least Shakur Stevenson is aware of who I am as an individual. Like, he came to the platform, he didn't have to do it, right? So, like, me having him in my intro, being a guy from Jersey that supports all of boxing, but all my Jersey fighters, you don't have a leg to stand on. It's not the same, bro. That's not the same thing. That is not the same. Putting them in my intro, a fighter that you rock with is wild. You get what I'm saying? That you're not from Baltimore. They don't know you. You never met Tank. The Rise don't even know you. Shout out to the Rise podcast, the fam. They don't even know you. Nobody knows you. Just like a radical super fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Bro gotta go to the next Tank fight. You gotta meet him, bro. Gotta meet Tank, yo. The next meet and greet, bro. Next meet and greet, bro. We gotta get him to meet Tank, bro. That'd be his lifelong dream. I could die after he meet Tank. He like, I could pass out. I could. If the world could end right now if I meet Tank Davis. That's how he feel, bro. The kids' lunchbox, they don't even watch. Yeah, man. He said he really loves Tank. How you joking? Just have him pass out. Hey, Mike Kirkland. He gonna pass out like the women used to do when they see Mike. I'm telling you. Bro, to him, Tank is Michael Jackson to him. Tank is his Michael. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know nobody. There's no single Tanker. You the biggest Tanker maniac that I know by far. And it's wild because you don't have a channel. You talk about Tank way more than the Tanker maniacs, bro. He says y'all cooking me. Oh, man. You don't be like that, SP. Tank is a great fighter. He's a great fighter, great talent. And I think his legacy is going to read something that a lot of people going to overlook. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm always rock with him. Win, lose, or draw. I don't care. I support him, but I'm going to have fun with this boxing bill, bro. You don't see Tank. Bro, I know you don't go a day without talking about, bro, don't go a day without Tank, man. A day. He talking about my intro saying Shakur Stevenson in it. It's supposed to say Shakur, bro. We from Jersey, man. That's one of the absolute best fighters in Jersey. But see, you forgot to mention how it got Keith Cologne, Shadeja Green in it as well. Like, what about them? Zaquin Moses, like, what about them? Get me? I put on for Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Not just Shakur, right? You know what I mean? But it's different when you had a conversation and a guy at least know who you are, right? Tank, you could walk past Tank, he wouldn't know who you was. You get what I'm saying? You his biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? That ain't never, I guarantee you, bro, if you check his ticket history, bro, he ain't bought a Tank fight. I guarantee you. Guarantee you he ain't bought a Lamont Roach and Tank fight. I put this on everything. I guarantee you he don't got that receipt on that. He ain't never. That dude ain't never buy a Tank Davis fight. That's a damn lie. You a damn lie. You a damn lie. Everybody in here know. I got over an hour interview with Shakur. I never asked him about Tank. See, because I'm not corny like that. Because unlike a lot of y'all, I know he want that fight. It's no sense in me asking him something I really know I know the answer to. Like, I've spoken to people behind the scenes. I know how you feel about the fight. There's no need. Matter of fact, I made sure when I interviewed him that I didn't ask him about Tank. I made sure of that shit. People probably was wondering like when I was going to do it. I never thought to do that. I made sure I wasn't going to do that. That was corny. No way in hell y'all was going to paint me in the corner and say I couldn't get through an interview without talking about Tank. Nope. I had y'all figured out. I ain't say shit about him. As a matter of fact, what I did do is I gave Shakur his just due as a fighter. And, you know, I highlighted his significant points in his career, where he at now. We talked a little bit about current shit, and that was it. You know what I mean? That was pretty much the interview. It was no Tank Davis to be brought up because I already know how he feel about it. There's no sense to keep asking about that shit. And unlike most people, his haters don't realize his career don't revolve around making that one fight. You know what I mean? That's why I've always said boxing needs that fight, and both fighters need that fight. No, you know, in ruins where they need the fight versus any other fight. They both been making money. They both been highly successful without fighting each other thus far. So the fight, I think, does similar things for both of them. Neither guy has ever faced a dude that's deemed on the level of a Shakur or a Tank. Shakur never fought a Tank. Tank never fought a Shakur. It's a great fight. It's always a great conversation, but you a super, super fan, man. I guarantee you, if we set up another interview, which we've been supposed to do, by the way, I just don't like to keep pressing people or feel like I'm pressing, but we've been supposed to set up another interview. But I'll make sure I don't ask about Tank again, because his career is not dependent on that fight. There's no need to ask him about it. Unlike y'all, I listen to his interviews even when I'm not the one interviewing him. And he been said he not trying to talk about the dude. So why would I then try to ask him and expect a different response? He keeps saying the same thing. He said it over and over. I'll never ask him about that fight at this point. You know what I mean? Unless Tank come out and say, you know what, I'm going to knock him out or I'm going to fight him soon or something like that. That's the only way I would ask him about it. But as of right now, where it stands, that's the last question I'll ask him. And I won't ask him that. That shit will not be on my itinerary of things to ask. They want you to beg like a cent. Yo, I'm telling you. And it's crazy, yo. And real quick, while we wrapping up, everybody hit that like button, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Nah. You can leave it at that all you want, because you got to leave it there. Where's the evidence that Tank told the world he turning his back on the fight? He never tried to make the fight. I don't know why you give him credit for that. I mean, I'm not discrediting them, but they never tried to make that fight for real. Devin offered him lower than a mandatory split. That was a faulty offer, no substance. And Ryan never stood on nothing he said when it came to Shakur. Try again. The fact of the matter is, when people want to fight Shakur, the fights get made. We seen that shit with Teo. I don't need to see it with everybody to know it's the same. I've heard it from people that have been promoting this dude for years that he don't turn down fights. So who do you think I'm inclined to listen to? The people that promote him and push his fights, or the naysayers that's on YouTube pushing narratives? Who I'm supposed to believe? The people that's facilitating the fights for him, that's promoting them, saying how he don't turn down fights? Right, these execs on Top Rank and different things like that. You got Eddie Hearn over there. Like, they all say the same thing. So, nah, Tank is a dog, man. But fact of the matter is, that fight is very risky, and that's why one of the reasons why it ain't been a focal point. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a crime that we haven't had a real discussion, or we haven't had no negotiations between them two guys. You know what I'm saying? They two of the best fighters in the world. And that's just what it is. But I never asked him about Tank, though, unless something changed between him and Tank now. I never asked him about Gervonta Davis. There's no need at all. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody, man. Smash the like button, man. Another dope build in the books. Let's see what Richardson Hitchens decides to do at 47. I think he should explore a Haney fight if it's on the table. Dwarte, if he can get that fight, because people seem to have an interest in it and think Dwarte can beat him. James Everett. That's a false, family. I just wish y'all would educate yourselves on the situation. I hate talking about this, man, because it's stupid. Not accepting the offer, James. Let me ask you something real quick before I even engage. Hey, James, is not accepting the offer and turning down a fight the same thing? Let me just ask you that. Your answer is going to determine whether I even proceed to say anything about this situation. Is turning down a fight and not accepting the offer the same thing? I just want to know. I want to know. I just want to know. 75-25. Okay, yeah, he didn't answer the question. I ignore him. All right, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support, man. It's always a dope build in the books. He ain't talking about nothing. He having his own conversation. He over here telling me what's fair. Like he in the negotiation rooms, bro. I'm good. I'm done. I asked one question, and that's why I don't like engaging with some of y'all. So not accepting an offer and turning down a fight is the same thing. That's what you're saying. That's false. So again, you really don't. I really don't think, and I mean this respectfully. I don't think your knowledge is on par with mine to even have this conversation. You're telling me saying no to an offer and saying no to the fight is the same thing. Saying no to a fight is saying no to the fight. Saying no, I'm not taking a low ball offer and going to the sanctioning bodies is not turning the fight down, bro. You got to stop with these narratives, man. Devin Haney doesn't make offers. Devin Haney, 75% of what? 25% of what? James, watch this. 25% of what, James? 25% of what? Do you know the Devin Haney fans killed this narrative? They killed it. They said Bill made an offer with no money attached to it. That's what they said. 25% of nothing. I rest my case. Shout out to the family, man. Dude still think Tank Superman even at the ropes. Y'all. Idiocy, man. But shout out to you, James, man. I appreciate you stopping through. And it's all love. It ain't no disrespect. But I'm going to say this to you so we understand as men. I'm assuming you're a grown man. Saying no to a fight and not accepting the offer is not the same thing. You get what I'm saying? That's like, James, that's like saying you can't negotiate in boxing. That's like saying whenever you get an offer, you just got to accept it, right? You never negotiated salary or how much you were going to get paid at a job. You just take the first offer they give you. You never been in a situation like that. This is boxing, man. Negotiations are exactly what they are. That's what negotiations are for. So saying no to a fight is not the same thing as saying, yo, I'm not accepting 25% because I know I'm worth more than that. And then going to the sanctioning bodies to state your case, which then Devin Haney vacated the titles before they could make a decision on a split. Game over. That 25% of nothing. No, you can't. 25% of nothing. Damon, don't start. 25% of nothing. I already smoked y'all on this topic, and I'm not even the type that debate. Y'all killed yourselves when y'all said Bill made an offer with no money attached to it. Now we know they out here as janky promoters. Y'all gonna make me revisit this and cook y'all tomorrow, man. I love Team Haney, but y'all gonna make me cook this shit, man. Go by his philosophy, Devin Duck Rowley. Facts. And I got that receipts for that. I was gonna talk about that in a whole nother live stream. Shout out to Tunnel Vision. Appreciate the love at the end of the live stream, man. Appreciate you. Y'all gotta stop believing the bullshit, man. It be bullshit. It be smoke and mirrors, bro. Devin Haney is a phenomenal boxer. I think they do great business, but I think they do great PR too. I think they do a really good job at controlling the narrative and manipulating what people think. Not everything they say is a lie, but it damn sure it all ain't the truth. I think Bill does way more good for boxing than he does bad. That's why I don't make nothing personal. I don't dislike the dude. I don't hate him. I don't have no personal smoke for him. None of that. You get me? But some of that shit is smoke and mirrors. Bob Arum told y'all that's an offer that had no substance at all, and y'all still ran with it. You can't offer somebody 25% of nothing. What the hell do you mean per split? Then how much was the offer worth, Damon? You can't offer somebody 25% of nothing and then shop the fight around, bro. That's that y'all are some simple, and I mean this respectfully. If you sensitive like that, too bad. You are a simple-minded individual if you think that's how fights get made, bro. Nobody offers somebody 25% of nothing and expects them to say, yeah, and then say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go shop it and see who wants to fight. Bullshit. Nobody accepts an offer without knowing how much they're getting paid. Don't ever type that. I really might block y'all. You cannot have no wrench on my channel talking stupid like that. Now, nah, man, moderators got a standard, bro, and I should have did this from day one. I'm mad at myself for not doing this. If you got a wrench, bro, I don't expect you to agree with me. It's not about that. But if you're a moderator in my chat, you cannot be spewing bullshit and just random rhetoric. You cannot be doing that, bro. Me and you can, you representing the channel wrong, bro. Stop, yo. It's okay to admit that they did not have no plans on fighting Shakur Stevenson at 135, bro. It's okay to say that. Y'all got to stop shooting yourselves in the foot. Do you ever wonder why the only fighter still to this day that he gave a take it or leave it offer to was Shakur Stevenson? Damn, bro, y'all gotta stop. He know that's a dangerous fight. You're not fighting Shakur cooked at 135 pounds because it's a stupid fight to make. You don't give people advantages. So hold on. Let me make this make sense. You super duper Hanos clan fan members are telling me that Devin the Dream, Dev Dollars, Debo, Dev Haney was gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at 135 pounds, being like cooked at the weight class, right? But you telling me he's not willing to go to 144 where he was just at 2 fights ago and fight Shakur at the catch weight with no rehydration clause? Man, I'm sick of y'all. Y'all Haney fans, I will pack every last one of y'all up. I don't even debate, but I will debate with any of y'all about this shit. Y'all full of shit when it comes to this. So you telling me he was willing to be emaciated on the scale looking like a Thriller from Extra in Thriller, right? At 135 for Shakur, but he's not willing to go to 144 where he just was a couple fights ago, where he clearly could make it with no problem because he said he had to eat burgers and steaks to make 144. Burgers and steaks. You got to be idiots, man. I'm sorry. Respectfully, man. Respectfully, you got to be an idiot or gullible. Let me say that. That's less of an offensive word. You're a gullible individual if you think that's how it go. Oh, my. You think that this guy was going to fight him emaciated at 35, but not willing to go to 144 with no rehydration? Yeah, man. Y'all believe anything, man. Y'all super fans, man. Y'all better have y'all Haney t-shirts, bro. Y'all probably got a Haney tattoo, the DHP tattooed on y'all ass at this point. I'm serious. When y'all going to get y'all, hey, Damon, man, when y'all going to get y'all DHP, you know what I'm saying? When y'all going to get y'all DHP tats, bro? Y'all getting out them DHP shits tatted on y'all asses, man, for real. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland for having logic while talking boxing. Big supporter, big time supporter, day one supporter, channel member as well. Big shout out to Mike Kirkland. Appreciate that love, man. Yeah, these dudes are a bunch of lost souls, bro. Y'all are really out of control, bro. If y'all really think that's how boxing move, do y'all know if Devin Haney was the kind of fighter that can make fucking offers, why the fuck isn't he able to make an offer for Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero right fucking now? Smart guys. He wasn't even on a fucking network. Where was this 75% coming from? Y'all are crazy, man. What's wrong with y'all? He literally can't even put up 50% now, but he going 75-25. Get the hell out of here, bro. Y'all, wow. Show me a fight. Devin Haney got 33 of them. Show me a fight where he sent an offer to anybody ever. Him, DHP. When have they ever done it? Show me a time. Show me a time. No network and sending offers with no network. And then you talk about 25% of nothing is crazy work, bro. Y'all cook. If you type that shit in my chat again and you got a wrench, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to get that wrench up off you. You cannot be a moderator in my chat talking like that. I don't give a damn. I don't care how it sound, bro. Be mad at me all you want. It's nothing personal, but you do not represent Just Do Boxing the right way, bro. We about truth, not narratives and good PR. not spinning and controlling the narratives, but really talking real boxing, bro. And that shit is a standard over here that I live and die by, bro. That we not going for that shit. You cannot be a moderator in this chat talking about some 25% of nothing and shopping the fight around and 75% of whose money? Who's putting up the money? That's the same. If that were true, if that offer were legit, he wouldn't be in the kind of situation he in right now talking about fighting Zufa, fighting on Zufa, bro. And I'm not knocking Zufa. I'm just saying. That's a long way from fighting a unification with Ryan Garcia. That's a long ways off from PBC and doing a unification with Rolly. Use logic, not feelings and emotions. Not the shit that make you feel good. I know believing that Devin Haney's offer was legit and he really was going to fight again at 35 makes you sleep good at night. But again, there's no way you could believe that if he's unwilling to come back to 44. He wasn't cooked at 144. That's one fight removed. He got one fight officially at 147. Don't fucking tell me he can't make the weight because he put on all his muscle. I don't want to hear that shit. Mr. Burgers and steaks to make 144. I will never forget that. Y'all Haney fans, I'm going to always support Haney, and he probably don't get it, but I will never support the narratives that are attached to his career. Because I'm a real fan of them. Y'all are not. Y'all, I'm a real supporter. Y'all are fans. It's a difference. I support them, but I'm not fanned out where I'm going to push anything. I'm going to highlight what's dope about this dude, man. The dude be in some of the best shape you could see a fighter be in on fight night. You get what I'm saying when it's time to lock in. Haney going to lock in. He going to go out there. He going to stay disciplined. He going to stick to the game plan. He going to get the win. It's a lot to respect about this kid. His work ethic is unmatched, man. He got one of the best work ethics in boxing, I believe. Especially for a guy that likes to eat in his spare time. He ain't never missed weight. As much burgers and steaks as he was eating, he never missed weight. It's a lot to respect and admire about the dude. You know what I'm saying? But y'all fans, y'all super duper 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 Hanos clan fan members, y'all asses is bogus, man. Y'all bogus, bro. Y'all really bogus. Y'all believe anything they put out there, man. Y'all be oh man, shout out to my dog. He got lucky, man. He got lucky. Shout out to my dog, the Professor and McQueen, always in the building. He just fought at 144 last year, 2 fights ago. Facts. So what's more logical or reasonable, Marcus? Him fighting at a weight class where he fought 3 fights, I think, to be exact, at 135, where he was like cooked on the scale. You telling me he was about to go for a 4th? So he was about to go for a fourth tough weight cut in a row, fighting one of the best fighters in all of boxing. But he's not willing to fight at 144, where he had 1 fight there and 1 fight at 147 with no rehydration clause. You tell me, yeah, right. Y'all full of shit. Matter of fact, that might be the live stream tomorrow. Devin Haney fans, man, y'all told me he was about to fight Shakur at 35, being cooked on the scale, but he's not willing to fight him at 144. Y'all might have just made the next live stream for tomorrow. Shout out to the fam. Ishmael, my dog, was good. Not even a year ago. Marcus, this shit is crazy, bro. Shout out to everybody that rocked out to the end of the show. Big shout out to Mike Kirkland, everybody that hit the super chat, cash app. I truly appreciate the support. Y'all know how we rocking. We'll be back tomorrow. It's my birthday month, man. We're going to grind to the end of this month, yo. We're going to try to have a good end to the month, y'all. And we just going to keep building on this boxing like we always do. Shout out to Team Haney because we support them over here. We just ain't foolish. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bill as well. Shout out to boxing. We going to keep winning. Hey, I'm talking about 144 moving around like the weight cut wasn't tough at all. At all. He said burgers and steaks. Burgers and steaks, Jordan, to make 44. Now it's too much. Now he put on too much muscle. 3 pounds of muscle. He putting on all his muscle. These people crazy, bro. Bro went up 3 pounds. They talking about a bunch of muscle. Man, we ain't trying to hear that shit. We know what time it really is. But again, shout out to boxing. We going to always give it its just due. Shout out to everybody that continues to pull up and support. We going to see what's next, man. I really thought Dev and Shakur was fighting at the Loma fight. I thought for a second it was a chance we could have got the fight until I started realizing that it was more smoke and mirrors and it was a PR move. When you hear that tape of how Bill talked about the gap in levels, that tells you a lot. Yo, that's very telling in terms of if they was in a rush to ever make a fight. As long as they hovering around each other's weight class, even if Shakur is 2 weight classes below Devin. Devin, I guarantee you, if Shakur is at 147 and Devin was fighting at 135, calling him out, they'd be calling him all types of clout chasers. I guarantee you, if Shakur was as big as Devin, they'd be asking him to go to 160 or 168 or something like that instead of calling out lightweights. It's crazy how y'all think y'all got a leg to stand on when your favorite fighter called out lightweights all the way to junior middleweights. You got to make this shit make sense, bro. Nasty work, man. People step in the ring like that after fights. A new fight gets set up. Yeah, but not this time. Remember that stare off, man. So you see them rush out the ring. We knew what it was. I swear, right there. Jordan, we knew what it was. When anyone face off with that man, I said, oh, nah, he not fighting him. He not fighting him. But shout out to Debo Dead, man. Shout out to Team Haney and shout out to boxing, man. And we just gave boxing its just due. Appreciate everybody in the building, man. I see all of y'all tomorrow.